They've lost 12 in a row to Georgia here in Atlanta, and their last home win, 1999, a 51-48 victory for Georgia Tech in overtime. So a little bit about the matchup in the series. Georgia and Georgia Tech, one of the longest running rivalries in all of college football. The Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets are coming up in less than 20 minutes. We'll have some football here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This is the Ford Drive to kickoff, and we will continue right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, this is Lee Futch, Assistant Athletic Director for the Georgia Way. As the Bank of Doing, Wells Fargo is proud to be an official sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the field. With interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources, Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
100 grand is what you could win over and over again. You could win big every time. Go play Keno. Pick 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win. Money win one time, two times, there's no limits. Up to 100 grand every 3.5 minutes.
You like winning over and over again? It could happen with Keno. Go play in the bar, at the store, or online.
Go play Keno.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
If you're a contractor, you're like a coach. Your success depends on the team you put on the field. I'm Kevin Swanson, Business Manager with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. With over 5,500 skilled electricians right here in Atlanta, we provide the training, the reliability, and the experience to help you finish your jobs on time and under budget. If you're ready to grow your business with a team you can trust, let's talk. Visit IBEW613.org today.
This is the Ford Drive to Kickoff. Now back to Scott Howard and Josh Brock.
Tackle hard work and make weekends more fun in a new Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer today. Let's check our SEC roundup. One SEC game is in progress on this Friday afternoon, and that is Ole Miss and Mississippi State in Starkville, and the Rebels are wrapping up a victory there. Ole Miss leading at 38-19 with less than 3 minutes to play there at Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. So the Rebels are going to improve to 11-1 and maintain their playoff hopes. 7-1 in the SEC. Mississippi State will remain under 500. They'll be 5-7 with the loss. Still haven't been bowl eligible under the guidance of Jeff Lebby, their head coach, and they'll be 1-7 in the SEC this season. Later tonight, after Georgia and Georgia Tech, you've got Texas A&M at Texas. The Aggies undefeated, ranked number 3 in the latest CFP. They're 11-0 and 7-0 in the SEC. This game in Austin, Texas tonight. The Longhorns are 8-3. They're 5-2 in the conference, and they are unbeaten at home this season. They are 5-0, and that game is expected to get underway around 7:45 tonight at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. Everything's big in Texas, right? Including the name of the stadium. Then on Saturday, you've got Kentucky is at Louisville, a non-conference affair to wrap up the regular season. Kentucky trying to become bowl eligible. They're 5-6. They went 2-6 in the SEC this year. Louisville will host that game, and they are 7-4 this season. Another interconference matchup featuring Clemson and South Carolina. That's tomorrow at noon. The Tigers at 6-5 will be in Columbia to face the Gamecocks, who are 4-7. South Carolina finishing 1-7 in SEC play this year. So in essence, that is their bowl game because they are not bowl eligible, even if they defeat their rival tomorrow. Missouri is at Arkansas tomorrow afternoon, a 3:30 contest there. The Tigers with a record of 7-4. Arkansas at 2-9. They are the only team in the Southeastern Conference without a conference victory. LSU plays at Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. LSU with a record of 7-4 this season, looking to finish at 500 in the conference. They're 3-4 right now. Oklahoma's had a nice year. The Sooners are 9-2 and 5-2 in the Southeastern Conference. Then you've got Vanderbilt at Tennessee. That's a 3:30 contest. Florida State is at Florida tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, and Alabama is at Auburn to wrap up the evening at 7:45. The Tide 9-2, Auburn with a record of 5-6. That's our SEC roundup. We'll continue with more of the Ford Drive to kickoff after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Dogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
I'm Drew Bobo, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, presented by Georgia Power. Here for Georgia, here for you, and here for every play.
Here's a play at the tailgate that always works. Waking up before sunrise to sit in a folding chair in a parking space you paid $75 for. Setting up a flat screen TV in your truck that's bigger than the one in your living room. And also bringing soft, delicious buns baked with no artificial preservatives from Nature's Own, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. And while we're talking about making the right play, enter for your chance to score season tickets at nature'sownbread.com/buns. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details and official rules.
365 days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you make, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When you're ready, just can't wait. You can always count on Shoemake.
Reigning ACM Artist of the Decade, Jason Aldean, and five-time Entertainer of the Year, Luke Bryan, are teaming up to play Dooley Field at Sanford Stadium April 25th. For tickets, head on over to GeorgiaDogs.com. It's the Live Between the Hedges concert series presented by Pruitt Health, and it'll be here before you know it. Let's check the probable lineups for the Georgia Bulldogs here this afternoon. Offensively, the offensive line looks like it's a solid unit today. No injuries to speak of that we are expecting anyway. Monroe Freeling at left tackle, a junior from Charleston, South Carolina. Micah Morris, a senior left guard from Kingsland, Georgia. Drew Bobo back after not playing last week. Bobo, the center, a junior from Athens, Georgia. The right guard expected to be Dontrell Glover, freshman from Fairburn, Georgia, and Ernest Green also back. He did not play last week against Charlotte. Ernest is back at right tackle, a junior from Los Angeles, California. The tight ends are Oscar Delp, a senior from Cumming, Georgia, and Lawson Lucky, a junior from Norcross, Georgia. The wide receivers, Zachariah Branch, over 60 catches for Zachariah this season. He leads the team in that category and among the most frequented receivers in the Southeastern Conference. Also at receiver today, Dylan Bell, a senior from Houston, Texas. London Humphreys, a junior from Nashville, Tennessee. Noah Thomas, a senior from League City, Texas. In the backfield, Nate Frazier, one of the running backs for the Dogs, a sophomore from Compton, California. Also, Chauncey Bowen's expected to return today, redshirt freshman from Port St. Lucie, Florida. And the quarterback, Gunnar Stockton, a junior from Tiger, Georgia. Those are the probables for the Georgia offense. We've got the coin toss, and we'll give you the defensive probables when we continue here on the Ford Drive to kickoff. The Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets are less than 7 minutes away from getting underway here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We'll come back for more right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Don't let your insurance company fumble your coverage. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance never drops the ball. We're an award-winning company offering a variety of insurance coverage options for your home, auto, and more. And with experienced agents in every Georgia community, we always bring our A game. Don't drop the ball. Visit gfbinsurance.com or call 877-404-1050 to talk with one of our Georgia-based agents today.
This is Drew Bobo from the Dogs, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, presented by Georgia Power. My team has my back, and Georgia Power has yours with reliable energy you can count on.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health, a proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. If you're a compassionate caregiver looking to make a real difference, we invite you to join our team. We're committed to helping people get back in the game and back to their lives. So explore our careers in skilled nursing, therapy, home health, and more, all with unmatched advancement opportunities. Visit PruittHealth.com. That's PruittHealth.com.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
The hedges and across the state. This is where the Dogs play.
Man, is there going to be some property destroyed tonight.
I want us to go out and execute, do the things we got to do, play to our standard, and go play fast.
Dogs on top.
15-0. The Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national title.
70 miles is all that separates us.
Bobo going to take it and look and throw it in the corner. And a touchdown! Oh, my God! A touchdown in the corner! My God! In the corner! Oh, my, it couldn't have happened!
It's clean, old-fashioned hate.
You're playing for something every time you play them because you're playing for state championship.
Ball's on the near hash. Georgia can win here. Snap, handoff, Frazier. Dogs win! Dogs win! Touchdown! Extra point, whatever you want to call it. This game is over.
Georgia.
Touchdown, Georgia.
Georgia Tech. Live from Atlanta. This is Georgia football.
You talk about a stupid miracle. Our hearts that was torn out and bleeding, we picked it up and we stuck it back inside.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to play-by-play coverage of Georgia football. Bulldogs football is brought to you by Zaxby's, Who's Got the Sauce? Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Pruitt Health, family makes us stronger. Hoffman Financial Group, helping build your financial dynasty. Modelo Especial, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. For 21 and up only. Please drink responsibly. By Barbasol, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Sponsored by Aetna Medicare. Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. And by Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, to the Piedmont Healthcare broadcast booth, alongside former Bulldog Josh Brock. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
A couple of minutes away from kickoff. Let's run through Georgia's probable defensive starters. Xavier McLeod, Kristen Miller, Gabe Harris on that defensive line. Linebackers Quintavious Johnson, C.J. Allen, Raylan Wilson are the linebackers. And in the secondary, Ellis Robinson, Dalen Everett, the corners, K.J. Bolden, Ja'Cory Thomas, the safeties, and Jonel Aguero is the nickelback. The captains for today for Georgia, Gunnar Stockton and Oscar Delp, Raylan Wilson and Q Johnson. It's time for the coin toss, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. And both sets of captains approaching the middle of the field. The referee today is Justin Elliott, and DJ Shockley is right down there in the middle of the coin toss. Let's go down to Shock.
Welcome to today's game. Georgia, you're the visitors, so you'll call the coin toss. We've got a heads and a tails. We're gonna let it hit the ground. What is your call? Tails is the call, Mr. Schlossberg. It is tails. Georgia, you've won the toss. Georgia has won the toss and elected to defer to the second.
We heard that dog defer to the second half. Each week we talk about a different thing that happens, or a phrase they use every single week. This week it is TNT. Takes no talent. Takes no talent to run the football. Takes no talent to be disciplined. Takes no talent to be there for your brother. That's what today is all about for this team. Takes no talent to get the job done. We talked about connection, resiliency, running to the football, being patient in this game, but also being the more physical and dominant team in this ball game. They think they belong in this game, but they don't. Show them why they don't today.
All right, Shock, thank you very much. Georgia on the near sideline here in the stadium configuration. Georgia Tech on the far side of the field. The Bulldogs will be in red jerseys, silver breeches today, red helmets. Georgia Tech in the white helmets, white jerseys, and the old gold Georgia Tech pants. It is time to tee it up here in Atlanta. The opening kickoff powered by Georgia Power. Georgia Power, we're here for the win. Georgia Power is here for you. Along with Josh Brock, Scott Howard with you here in the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Let's go back down to Shock real quick. Field conditions, well, we're inside today, and it's plastic grass. But the field conditions are brought to you by Greenpoint Ag, farmer-owned, locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. Shock.
Yeah, as you can guess, not a blemish out here. Feels good. It's going to be a fast surface. Guys are excited. And one last thing, that was a good, excited locker room coming out. The guys are locked in and focused and looking forward to this one. But, yeah, we got a great atmosphere, great field to go play.
All right, Shock, here we go. Peyton Woodring with the kick. It will sail to the goal line. Dropped by Georgia Tech. He will pick it up at the 1 and step out of bounds at the 3. Shane Marshall, the freshman from Ocilla, Georgia, dropped the kickoff on the goal line, scooped it up, and then promptly went to the sideline and took a knee at the 3.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall.
Not sure that's what he wanted to do, but that's what he did do.
I guess he forgot to wash the grease from yesterday's meal off his hands and catching that kickoff.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Georgia Tech starts in a hole on their own 3-yard line. See if the Dogs defense can take advantage of that. Tech huddles up in the end zone, far left end of the field. Georgia with McLeod and Miller and Harris and Johnson across the defensive line of scrimmage. The linebackers are Wilson and Allen. Haynes King, the quarterback for Tech, in the shotgun, stands in the end zone. They'll run it on the first play, running laterally to the left, and Georgia's going to eat it up with Gabe Harris and K.J. Bolden. right on the line of scrimmage. Tech nothing there on that first run. Let's see where they give him forward progress. There wasn't much there. He may have lost a yard. I think he did back to the 2.
Read perfectly. Georgia had a run blitz on K.J. Bolden coming in shortly after the snap. Met the ball carrier in the backfield before he had any chance to get going, and Gabe Harris just shucked the offensive tackle trying to block him. No chance on the first snap.
So Haynes got the first carry. Jamal Haynes, the running back, he's in the backfield with Haynes King to the right of the quarterback. 2nd and 11 for Tech. Pressure in the backfield. They sack Haynes King. He throws the ball as he's falling down. I guess they're going to rule it incomplete.
Jamal Haynes was somewhat in the area. I think he's close enough for that not be intentional grounding.
Gabe Harris was the guy who was in the backfield, almost on the back of the end zone is where he made that tackle, but they were able to get rid of the football just barely for an incomplete pass. 3rd and 11 for Tech on their 2. They started in a hole. They're trying to dig out of it desperately right here on the first series of the game. King in the shotgun. Snap it back. Stands in the end zone. Will throw it over the middle, and it's caught by the tight end. Brett Seither at the 30. He got out of a hole big time there. 32-yard lines where we hit him. Seither, the former Bulldog, Ja'Cory Thomas, makes the tackle. So Tech comes up with a 30-yard pitch down the field for a big first down on 3rd and 11.
Busted coverage in Georgia's secondary. Allowed Seither to be that open, Scott. Not a single Georgia defender within 10 yards of him.
1st and 10, Georgia Tech on their 32. They're moving left to right. Haynes King will hand it off to Jamal Haynes, running right, trying to get to the corner. Going to be tackled near the numbers on the left side by Ja'Cory Thomas, the safety. And Thomas makes the tackle at the 37-yard line, gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Boy, we let them out of a hole there on 3rd and 11.
Did. We had them backed up dead to rights.
King's passing numbers on the year, over 2,500 yards. He's completed 72% of his passes, 12 TDs and 4 interceptions. He made a big throw there on that first series. King being pressured by Raylan Wilson. He bootlegs to the left towards the sideline and throws on the run where it is caught in front of the Tech bench at the 44-yard line. Malik Rutherford covered by Dalen Everett, who made the tackle there at the 44. The gain is 7.
Raylan Wilson brought the pressure that time on Haynes King, but Haynes able to spin out of the pocket and get out of the outside the pocket to deliver the ball to Rutherford.
First down for Tech on the 7-yard gain. So Haynes King using his legs to throw here on this first series. We haven't seen him take off and run yet. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets on their 44. First possession of the game. Play fake on the jet sweep to the left. King being pressured, gets away from one man and then stumbles and falls into the arms of Joseph Jonah Ajonye after Kristen Miller pressured him. Forced King to step up in the pocket, and then JJA got him at the 37-yard line, a loss of 7.
King gets up a little wobbly too, fell a little awkwardly that time just with the grab from Christian Miller. One arm around the hip. You don't see Haynes King go down with a one-arm tackle like that very often, Scott.
King limping a little bit, tripped over his own guy. He's still in the game though. 2nd down and 17. They'll throw it into the near flat. It's caught by Tech around the 34-yard line. Up the near sideline in front of the Georgia bench is Bailey Stockton, redshirt freshman from Bogart, Georgia, tackled by K.J. Bolden at the 43-yard line.
Expect Tech to do a lot of those extended handoffs, very similar to what we try to do offensively. They will try to get the ball quickly into the receiver's hands on the boundary.
They got 6 that time, Josh, but it's 3rd and 11 again. 2nd time in this series, Georgia's had a 3rd and 11. They let them out of a hole back in their own end zone a few moments ago. Out of the shotgun, they run Rivers in motion to the left. Here comes pressure from the edges. King being chased, rolls to his right and throws it into the Georgia bench. Incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Great pressure, great coverage. Those two work hand in hand. We've talked about it all season long. Really good first possession that time defensively for the Dogs.
Gabe Harris with a looping pass rush that time to force King out of the pocket, chasing him toward the sideline. He had to get rid of it, and now they'll have to punt it on 4th down.
Zayden Walker in hot pursuit toward the sidelines also.
Marshall Nichols is the punter. Zachariah Branch sprinting full force to his right. He was on the near hash. He had to go out to the numbers on the right side of the field to make a fair catch, and he did at the 12-yard line. Sprinted all the way across the field to make the fair catch. A 45-yard punt, no return. Dogs ball when we come back. Got a timeout in Atlanta. Georgia will start on the 12. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck? There's only one. One call, that's all. CallKen.com is the website. First quarter, we're scoreless in Atlanta on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
I'm Drew Bobo from EJ Football, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, brought to you by Georgia Power, powering the next play from the field to the community.
What's up, Dog fans? I'm bringing you some exciting news. Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs, is ready to help you win big in the homeownership game. Southeast Mortgage has a game plan tailored to your needs to get you in the end zone of your dream home. So whether you're a proud alum or a passionate fan, Southeast Mortgage will help you finance your home. It's time to huddle up with Southeast Mortgage. Visit our website at southeastmortgage.com/UGA to start your home financing journey today. NMLS number 103956. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 6578.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Georgia football brought to you in part by Modelo today, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Bulldog fans for 21 and up only. Please drink responsibly. Georgia starts its first possession of the game on its own 12-yard line. Far hash moving left. Scoreless first quarter so far. Tech had to punt it away after a couple of first downs. Moved near midfield. And Georgia will start with Gunnar Stockton and Nate Frazier getting the first carry of the game as he runs left outside at right tackle. And the blocking of Ernest Green on that side. And Frazier up to the 18-yard line for a quick 6-yard pickup. Kamen Spalding, the linebacker, and Clayton Powell lead the safety on the stop for Georgia Tech.
Oh, Lucky with a good kick-out block, and Ernest Green just washing down the entire left side of that Tech defensive front, opened up a huge hole for Frazier.
Frazier to the left of Gunnar in the shotgun. Branch in motion to the right. Snap it back, and Gunner's going to take it and run. Stockton over the 20, up the hash to the 23-yard line, and wrapped up in that vicinity by Spalding again, the linebacker. But that's a Scana Energy first down on the 6-yard carry up to the 24.
Ooh, I like the way that looked. Quarterback power O. If Gunner was able to get through that first line of defense, not a single Tech defender back to make that tackle. That could have been huge.
Stockton with his 89th carry of the season. Third leading rusher for Georgia this year. Frazier motions out of the backfield to the right. Stockton in the pocket will throw it to Frazier with blocking on the right edge. And he'll make the catch at the 24. And behind Lawson Lucky's block, will get about 4 more yards up to the 28-yard line, tackled by Powell Lee, the safety.
Tech in zone that time. Motion man Frazier went to the right. Not a single Tech defender moved. Good check down that time by Gunner. Just pick up the yards that the defense gave you.
Dogs offensive line, Bobo the center, and then the guards are Glover and Morris, and the tackles are Green and Freeling. Delp the tight end on the right. Handoff Nate Frazier. Collision at the line of scrimmage, and Nate drives the Tech defender back 2 yards up to the 30, just across the 30. That was the former Bulldog E.J. Lightsey from Fitzgerald, Georgia, making contact with Nate Frazier, but Nate gets 3 yards on the run. Third down and 3 and some change for the Dogs. First quarter nearing 8 minutes remaining, and we're scoreless so far here in Atlanta. Cash Jones in the backfield on third down for the Dogs. We bring Zachariah Branch in motion to the near side. Stockton works out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and runs to the right. Gets the first down outside the numbers. Running in there behind a lead block from Ernest Green. Stockton picks up another first down at the 37.
Everybody talks about Tech's offensive coordinator showing you eye candy. We have our own version. Move Zach Branch to the left side of the formation. That overloads Tech's defense to that side. Gunner smartly takes the snap and just picks up the first down out the right side of our offensive formation.
Scana Energy first down for the Dogs on the 6-yard gain. 1st and 10 Georgia at the 37. Josh McCray's in the backfield for the first time. Branch with orbit motion. Fake the handoff. Gunner to the right. Tech defends it well. They force him up in the pocket. He tries to run, and he goes down shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Braden Manley, the rush edge, transfer from Mercer, and Powell Lee, the safety, up to make the stop and force Gunner to make a decision he didn't really want to make. He loses yards on the play. Back to the 34-yard line. He lost 3.
Tech had that one read right. Manley did not take the bait and follow McCray into the flat.
2nd and long for the Dogs. McCray stays in the backfield. Stockton out of the shotgun. Gunner bounces in the pocket, now rolls to his left. Running, tucks the ball, cuts upfield, slips a little bit, falls down shy of the 35 again. Not much of a gain on the play, if any at all. Looks like they'll spot him down back at the 34, so no gain on the play. Now it's 3rd and long for Georgia.
Good coverage downfield that time for Tech. Not a single Georgia receiver able to get enough separation for Gunner to feel comfortable to throw the football.
Humphreys out wide to the right. Lucky's the tight end to the right. Split out just a shade from the line of scrimmage. Branch in motion to the right side. Bell is the receiver to the left with Cash Jones in the backfield. Gunner to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted at the Georgia 47-yard line. Intercepted by Georgia Tech, and they return it to the 37-yard line. Cash Jones makes the tackle. As the Yellow Jackets pick it off near the middle of the field, it was Tajay Butler, sophomore linebacker, that picked it off on the logo, middle of the field, returns it to the Georgia 37-yard line.
Lawson Lucky lost his footing and fell down, and that ball just went right into the hands of the Tech defender.
2nd straight week now the Gunner's thrown a pick. We've got a timeout. First, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. .547 remaining first quarter. Georgia nothing, Tech nothing. Tech just intercepted a Georgia pass. They'll have the ball when we come back. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck, there's only one call, that's all. CallKen.com is the website. Scoreless first quarter so far. Back after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is Drew Bobo from the Dogs, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network presented by Georgia Power. They're here for you and the Bulldog Nation with tools to help you manage your energy and your budget.
A smooth, close Barbasol shave in the morning lifts your confidence. That rich, creamy lather will catapult you to greatness. Nothing can stop you today. Well, except that traffic jam. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we've forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bankshares is your trusted financial partner for life. Proud to support the Arch Award and the Dogs. Bankwithunited.com. United Bankshares. Member FDIC.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tech with the football on the Georgia 37 after the Butler interception of Gunnar Stockton, the 5th of the year thrown by Gunnar. It's only the 3rd pick by the Tech defense this season. A little back and forth motion by the Yellow Jackets. King will take it out of the shotgun and fire to his left to Malik Rutherford. Makes the catch down the line. Then down the hash mark he runs after the catch, and Georgia will make the stop at the 33-yard line. KJ Bolden and Chris Cole on the tackle after 4.5-yard gain. Let's go down to Shock on the Attorney Ken Nugent sidelines. DJ, what's going on?
Hey, fellas, one of the keys for Georgia's defense today, as we saw right there, to shut down the screen. That's one of their keys. Shut down the screen, but all leverage and tackle is a big part of stopping this defense. It's a big part of what Tech wants to do, and you can see that the emphasis is already there.
2nd and 6, and the play is whistled dead. Flags on the field, and it's going to be a false start, I believe, on Georgia Tech.
False start. Right tackle. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Malachi Carney, a transfer from South Alabama, called for a false start. Justin Elliott, the referee, as you heard his voice, and that backs up Tech 5 yards to their own, or to the Georgia 38, excuse me. They're on the Dogs 38. Tajay Butler with his first interception of the season for Georgia Tech a couple of plays ago. Snap it back to Haynes King in the shotgun. He'll stand in the pocket, throw a crossing route over the middle, and it's caught by Allen, Jordan Allen, a freshman receiver from Lawrenceville, Georgia. And then he's hit sideways as he crosses the 30-yard line by the cornerback, Dalen Everett, and they'll spot him down at the 29.
It's a little different defensive formation that time for Georgia. Actually had Quintavious Johnson off the line of scrimmage in a middle linebacker position where you would normally see C.J. Allen or Chris Cole, and that pass was thrown right behind him.
They got 9 yards on that. They need now less than 2 for a first down. 3rd down for the Yellow Jackets on the Georgia 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the left for King, 1 to the right. That's the tight end. Now they slide him in motion, and King will take the snap and run that direction. He stumbles a little bit, finds his footing, and gets the first down outside the numbers. Tripped up in front of the Georgia bench at the 18-yard line by Raylan Wilson, who got his legs and forced him to the turf. He stumbled a little bit coming out of the backfield. I thought the field was going to trip him up, but he was able to find his footing and get the first down to the 16-yard line. That's a 13-yard run by the Tech quarterback.
Well, Quintravious tried to set the left edge of Georgia's defense, just didn't set it wide enough. Haynes King able to get around it and break contain.
Tech in the red zone now, first time. They're on the Georgia 16. We're scoreless here in the first quarter. King out of the pistol will turn and hand it off. And Tech will run it to the left. Can't get to the corner. And just barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a wall.
As Hosley, was that Malachi Hosley ran into a whole wall of red shirts on that left side led by Kristen Miller, Georgia's veteran defensive lineman from Ellenwood, Georgia. And Hosley goes down right at the 16-yard line, so no gain. Maybe 6 inches or so. That's about all he got. So it's second down and an extra long 9 for Georgia Tech from the Georgia 15 3/4 yard line. Empty set for Georgia Tech. Well, they motion a receiver to the near side. Now whistle from the far sideline and a timeout, Yellow Jackets.
Georgia Tech.
Tech wants a time here with 2:41 to go in the first quarter in a scoreless game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Our first half is brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck? There's only one call, that's all. Callken.com is the website. Timeout here in Atlanta. Georgia nothing, Georgia Tech nothing. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
If you're a contractor, you're like a coach. Your success depends on the team you put on the field. I'm Kevin Swanson, business manager with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. With over 5,500 skilled electricians right here in Atlanta, we provide the training, the reliability, and the experience to help you finish your jobs on time and under budget. If you're ready to grow your business with a team you can trust, let's talk. Visit IBEW613.org today.
There's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Here are some plays at the tailgate that always work. Waking up before sunrise to sit in a folding chair in a parking space you paid $75 for. Setting up a flat screen TV in your truck that's bigger than the one in your living room. And explaining to complete strangers why you could have gone pro if you hadn't tweaked your knee in high school. And also bringing soft, delicious buns baked with no artificial preservatives from Nature's Own. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. That one right there, that's probably the rightest one.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Getting late here in the first quarter as we rejoin you from the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Scoreless first quarter thus far. And a reminder to visit your local Toyota dealers or explore setoyota.com today. Take advantage of the deals on our full line of vehicles. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. Georgia Tech football, they've got it on the Georgia 16, or actually it's the 15.5 yard line. Second down, a long 9 coming up when they called the timeout. Tech's had the ball most of the first quarter thus far, even though they started in a dreadful hole on the opening kickoff. They botched the kickoff on the goal line, ended up picking up the ball and stepping out of bounds, or taking a knee anyway, right on the sideline at the 3 yard line. And they got out of a 3rd and 11 hole from their own end zone and forced to punt on that first possession near midfield. Georgia on its last possession threw an interception. Gunnar Stockton picked off for the 5th time this year, and that's where we stand right now. Snap back to King. The Tech quarterback will hand it off, and the Yellow Jackets stopped at the 12-yard line. KJ Bolden, the safety, up to make the tackle on Malachi Hosley, the junior running back from Columbus, Georgia, at the 13, a gain of 3. And it's 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Yellow Jackets on the Georgia 13.
Tech had that blocked up well. KJ Bolden again coming in making a solo tackle. Great effort from him in the early stages of this game.
Ball's on the near hash. Tech in white moving to our right. King in the shotgun. Motions for Canyon to come in from his right. He'll throw it to Canyon on a crossing route, and Raylan Wilson with a beautiful play. The linebacker wrapping up Canyon, the receiver, around the waist, making the tackle right at the line of scrimmage at the 13-yard line. Huge play by Raylan Wilson now that brings up 4th down, and Tech will have to try a field goal here.
Well, Raylan can run, and he just showed you his speed there. Great open field tackle. That saved a 1st down and maybe even a touchdown from Tech.
Now here's Aiden Burr, one of the top kickers in the country. He's a finalist for the Grozo Award. He was named earlier this week. About a 31-yard try from the far hash, kicking right. And the field goal is up and good. And Tech takes the lead 3-0. So Tech turns that interception into 3 points. And they get on the board first. The scoring drive was 24 yards and 7 plays in 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Officially a 30-yard field goal for Burr. That's the drive summary brought to you by Avocados from Mexico. Always good. So Tech will kick it off now. Georgia will start fresh on offense.
Scott, I feel like that was a big possession defensively to keep Tech out of the end zone. Good job from our defense holding them to just 3 points there after the turnover from Gunner.
Yeah, no question to keep them out of the end zone there. As that drive stalled, Georgia's defense tightened up. The big play by Raylan Wilson on the 3rd down throw, forcing them to the field goal try. Certainly considered a chip shot for Burr. A tremendous kicker.
And we talk about the speed of Raylan Wilson. Hundo just showed me in high school he was on GPS tracker tracked at 22.9 miles an hour. That's flying.
He got some get up and go. The kickoff will sail into the end zone. Branch will let it bounce about 6 yards deep on this near side in the end zone, and will take the touchback. And the Dogs will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 25. The Georgia Bulldogs Sports Radio Network brought to you by Georgia Power. We're here for the win. Georgia Power is here for you.
Scott, Raylan's 6'1", 235, and let's just, of course he wasn't 235 in high school when he ran that 22.9, but let's say that he's 22.5 miles per hour now. That's unfair, man. I wish I could be that big and run that fast.
He's slowing down in his old age, isn't he? 1st and 10 for the Dogs, trailing now 3-0 here first quarter. Frazier in the backfield, play fake Stockton. Gunner will sling it out to the right, and he misses Nate Frazier, who was kind of backpedaling at the 25, looking back towards Gunner, and the ball went sailing to his right and incomplete.
Yeah, Gunner would love to have that throw back. He had Oscar Delp over here on the left side of Georgia's formation between the numbers and the sideline, wide open. I mean, not a single Tech receiver within like 20 yards of him.
Gunner 1 for 3 with an interception to start the ball game. 1:17 to go first quarter. Tech with a 3-0 lead. Branch in motion to the near side now. Stockton out of the shotgun. Handoff Frazier. Nate makes a cut at right guard, still on his feet, over the 30 to the 35, gets in a pile, and they drive up close to the 37, 38-yard line. Powell Lee and Zachary Toby on the stop in the Tech secondary. But it's a Scana Energy 1st down. Tech has a player shaken up, laying face down in the turf at the 38-yard line. That's
2 guys down on the turf.
Oh, 2 guys, okay. One of them is Clayton Powell Lee. I now see the second. I didn't see him for a minute. But yeah, they've got 2 players shaken up on that play as Frazier picked up the 1st down on that carry, a 13-yard run by Nate. So we've got a stoppage of play with 62 seconds to go in the quarter. Tech leading Georgia 3-0. Let's update the Modelo scoreboard quickly. official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Ole Miss defeated Mississippi State today, 38-19. Iowa over Nebraska. That's the final now. A big cornfield game, 40-16. The Hawkeyes defeat the Cornhuskers. Utah was a winner over Kansas today, 31-21. And in the NFL, the Bears and Eagles are in progress. Chicago leading Philadelphia in the second, 10-3.
Bears.
The two injured players are Clayton Powell-Lee and Zachary Toby for Tech. Now, which one got up and it was off? Toby has gone to the sideline already, and Clayton Powell-Lee is being assisted now. Maybe a leg injury, possibly the way he's walking. He's flanked by a couple of trainers, and he's having to be helped to the sideline.
There's a massive humanity there, so there's no way of telling what happened underneath that pile. But that run by Nate Frazier was a classic Nate run, start, stop, cut, start, stop again, and really gets going quickly when his acceleration is on point, when he's healthy like he has been this year. It's also, too, following a good combination block up to the second level between Drew Bobo and Micah Morris. Drew was able to get locked in on that linebacker and allow Nate to cut off of him. A really good run.
Frazier approaching 800 yards rushing this season. 1st and 10 Georgia at the 38-yard line. Frazier will get a carry here up to the 40, and then a collision ensued right there just shy of the 40-yard line. A couple of yards on that run right up the hash mark as one of their big linemen made the collision there, and a linebacker too, Eford, their leading tackler, along with Matthew Alexander, the nose man, made the hit on Frazier. 2nd down and 8 for the Dogs on our own 40. Less than 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Tech with a 3-0 lead. Gunner in the shotgun. Josh McCray's in the game now to his left. Big McCray will get the carry, bounces out right. He's got a little running room over the 45 up to the 47-yard line as McCray hits it in there for 7 quick yards up close to midfield, and that'll be the last play of the quarter as well. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard to go when we continue. Time has run out here in quarter number 1. Georgia Tech 3, Georgia 0. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck? There's only one call, that's all. Callken.com is the website. Dogs near midfield, and we'll continue the drive when we come back. It's Georgia Tech 3, Georgia 0. Second quarter on the way next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
This football season, the Bulldogs won't be the only ones scoring. Let First Franklin Financial help you score the cash you need with a loan up to $15,000. At First Franklin, we offer fast approvals, fixed rates, and payment plans to fit any budget. To find the Georgia branch near you, visit us at WeMakeLoans.com. All loan terms and APR depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLS number 141654. Georgia Residence Licensing number 5656. Offer not available in North Carolina.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
This is Monroe Freeling from the Dawes, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network presented by Georgia Power. My team has my back, and Georgia Power has yours with reliable energy you can count on.
Getting hit hard isn't just part of football. It's part of life. A car crash, a bad fall, an injury that takes you out of the game, you don't shake that off. You fight back. With over $25 billion recovered, Morgan & Morgan helps injured people across the great state of Georgia get the compensation they deserve. Because when life hits hard, you need a law firm that hits harder. Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
We know no one's journey is the same. That's why Delta Sky Miles moves with you. From earning miles on reloads for coffee runs, shopping, and things you do every day, to connecting you to new experiences, the Sky Miles membership fits into your lifestyle, letting you do more of what makes you, you. It's more than travel. It's the membership that flies, dines, streams, rides, and arrives with you. Because when you have a membership that's as unique as you are, there's no telling where your journey will take you next. Learn more at delta.com/SkyMiles.
Along with Josh Brock, Scott Howard back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Georgia Tech with a 3-0 lead on the Bulldogs. Let's recap that first quarter presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. Loans for land and farms. Tech with 69 yards in the first quarter. Georgia with 44. The Dogs have only thrown for 4. We've rushed for 40. Tech through the air with 56 yards. They've rushed for 13. The only scoring was the 30-yard field goal by Georgia Tech's Aiden Burr after a Tajay Butler interception of Gunnar Stockton. And that's pretty much all the offensive production in the first half. We've had some fine defensive plays in that first quarter, but the yardage is, well, I guess about what you'd expect for 15 minutes of play. Nothing eye-popping. Dogs with the football on their 47-yard line. Got a third down and a long yard coming up right in the middle of that Georgia Tech logo at the middle of the field.
Well, we did win the first quarter, so we could put a red X through that lock. Got to wake up here in the second.
Dogs now moving to our right here at Mercedes-Benz. McCray flip-flops in the backfield around Gunner. He gets the handoff, drives straight up the middle. Oh, my goodness. He and Lawson Lucky were just shoulder to shoulder, just driving a Tech defender into Georgia Tech territory all the way to the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. That was Butler that was being shoved back by 2 Georgia players, including the ball carrier, Josh McCray, all the way up to the 45-yard line. A quick 15-yard, almost a 15-yard gain. It's a first down, though, for Georgia. Scana Energy first down on the Tech 45. McCray, single setback. And they'll run out of the pistol as Stockton backs up into the shotgun. He turns and hands to Josh McCray, runs at left tackle. Tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage there on that left side and falls forward to the Tech 42-yard line. The gain will be 2. Amari Harvey, the transfer from Auburn, made the tackle for the Yellow Jackets.
Amari Harvey saw the previous play and said, that's not going to happen to me. I'm going to go low. But I feel like that might have hurt worse than getting trucked by McCray.
Second down and 7 for the Dogs. Here's Nate Frazier again, switching it up. Nate with an angle and a lot of running room to the near side inside the 30-yard line as he sprints full force down close to the 20. Tackled by Felton in the secondary for the Yellow Jackets at the Tech 23-yard line. A 19-yard burst at right guard and right tackle for Nate Frazier.
Second and third level blocking, fantastic. Dontrell Glover up on the linebacker doing a great job, and Noah Thomas out there also too delivering a big block.
3 bunch receivers tight to the left. Stockton pitches to his left to Frazier, who cuts in at the 10. At the numbers now, they hit him hard at the 16-yard line. He goes down there. Harvey made the stop, the cornerback on that side, but the Dogs get into the Massey Ferguson red zone for the first time. Massey Ferguson, born to farm, built to perform. Frazier's running hard to the 16. That was a gain of 7. Josh McCray back in the backfield now for the Dogs. Thomas and Branch and Humphreys. Triangle bunch formation to the right for Gunnar Stockton. McCray's in the backfield now. He flip-flops from right to left behind Gunnar. Handoff, McCray running behind big Micah Morris, angling to the right. Tech will jam it up at the 11-yard line. A 5-yard gain for McCray. Morris pulling from his left guard spot as McCray jumped in there right behind big number 56 for the 5-yard gain. They'll move the sticks. It's a first down for the Dogs as they continue to work in the Massey Ferguson red zone, trailing Tech 3-0 with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter.
The goal for the offensive line is just to get your feet into the neutral zone. That time, Georgia's offensive line got their feet all the way down to the first yard marker, 4 yards downfield. Great push.
Out of the pistol, McCray right behind Gunner. Handoff, McCray puts that ball in the right arm. Tech will hold him to a 1-yard gain. Butler up to and Hill up to make the stop for Georgia Tech at the 10-yard line. Only got one. Second down and 9 for the Dogs. They can get a first down inside the 10 at the 1-yard line.
Tajay Butler just snuck through that Georgia offensive line to make that tackle.
Frazier is checked back in the backfield now. He is to the left of Stockton, who works out of the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the left. Gunner wants to throw to the right. He throws it over rushing Tech defenders to Nate Frazier in the right flat. Tech will close well and make the stop on the near sideline at the 9-yard line. He had some blocking over there. 3 red shirts for Frazier, but the blocking wasn't good. Tech fought through it and made the stop after a 1-yard gain at the 9.
Yeah,
so it's third down and 8.
That was a good play call for Georgia offensively. Had a blitz from the field side of Tech's defense. That was a good call. We just couldn't get it blocked up, like you said, Scott.
And Gunner did a nice job of throwing it over the rushing defenders to get it to Frazier, but no yards after the catch, or very little, actually, only a 1-yard gain. Snap it back, empty set. Gunner forced up in the pocket, will run to the 8, near sideline, to the 5. That's where they hit him. Then he falls forward to the 4. Lightsey, the linebacker, the Georgia transfer, and Rodney Shelley, the cornerback, keep Stockton from getting the first down. So we're stopped at the 4. The gain was 5. And now it looks like we're going to have to try a field goal.
After watching the replay, Scott, I feel like that might have been a protection bust up front. Georgia would not have called a drop back pass and left the free rusher unblocked off the left side or right side of Tech's defensive front.
22-yard try, near hash kicking right for Peyton Woodring. And the kick is off, and the kick is good. So Woodring connects, and with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs Athletic Scholarship Funds for student athletes across all sports. Thank you, Allstate. Timeout as we're tied now, second quarter with 9:42 to go. Georgia 3, Georgia Tech 3. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured? You know who to call. There's only one call. Callken.com is the website. 3-3 ball game. Bulldogs and Yellow Jackets on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Gunner Stockton, quarterback of the Georgia Bulldogs.
And I'm Ken Nugent, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia's favorite personal injury attorney.
This season, Ken and I are teaming up to make our touchdowns count even more.
That's right. For every touchdown the Dogs score this year, I'm donating $200 to the Boys and Girls Club here in Athens.
It's about giving back to the kids in our community, and that's something we can all cheer for.
And remember, big hits don't only happen between the hedges.
May I? One call, that's all.
Hey, that was pretty good. One call, that's all.
Kick off your game with Georgia Peanuts. Power-packed with protein, essential nutrients, and great taste, Georgia Peanuts are the MVP for affordability, sustainability, and nutrition. To score life's touchdowns while cheering on the Dogs, look for Georgia Peanuts in Sanford Stadium concessions or visit gapeanuts.com to order online. This message is brought to you by the family farmers of the Georgia Peanut Commission. Peanuts! Get your peanuts!
This is Monroe Freeland from the Dogs, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network presented by Georgia Power, the official power source of the Georgia Bulldogs.
With holiday chaos around every corner, the minute you step into your BMW, you're in control. The BMW X3's adventure-ready agility is built for wherever the holidays take you. The effortless power of the X5 makes it easy to take on the season, and the iconic 3 Series is an exhilarating escape. The BMW Road Home sales event on now. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers now through December 1st.
Game days start with Community Coffee, proud coffee partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Community's story began over 105 years ago from a simple belief that great coffee has the power to bring people together. After 5 generations, their family's still roasting smooth, rich coffee that builds community one cup at a time. Community Coffee, community in every cup since 1919. Discover more at communitycoffee.com.
Back with you once again inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Dogs with a 22-yard Peyton Woodring field goal. That's the first field goal Georgia has tried since the Mississippi State game, and Woodring converts. He's now 13 of 14 on field goal tries this season. And the scoring drive was 71 yards in 13 plays in 6 minutes and 38 seconds. And the 22-yard kick ties it at 3. That's the drive summary brought to you by Avocados from Mexico. Always good. Woodring will kick it off to our right, and he'll boom this one into the end zone. It'll bounce about 7 or 8 yards deep and check up, and Georgia Tech will take the touchback, and they'll have possession at their own 25-yard line. Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers on the versatile BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. For more details, see your local BMW Center or visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Tech on the 25-yard line. 3-3 is our score with 9:42 to go in the first half. They hand it off to Jamal Haynes, the 5'9" senior from Loganville, Georgia. He angles towards the Tech sideline on the far side of the field, and we chase him out of bounds at the 29-yard line over there. Zion Branch, the safety, a junior from Las Vegas, Nevada, chasing Haynes into the boundary. 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 for Georgia Tech. They're moving to our left now. White jerseys, gold pants. Play fake. Haynes King wants to keep it now as he stutter steps his way to around the left edge and runs into Kristen Miller and Nnamdi Agboko and Quintavious Johnson, the linebacker, first to get there.
Took a big hit from Quintavious first, and then, like we talked about, you got to swarm tackle the guy. He was swallowed up. 3 or 4 dogs fell on him.
3-yard run by the Tech quarterback. It's 3rd down and 3. Ball's between the hash marks. Tech moving to our left in a 3-3 contest. They can get a first down at the 35. Some work to do. Pressure from the edges. King just has to backtrack and throw it away to the right. Georgia brought blitz on the edges. And, man, King just, I don't know, he just panicked. He took that snap, ran backwards, and just threw it away to his right.
Well, Scott, Georgia brought a blitz, and the blitz blew up the screen. Tech was trying to screen out the right side, and Gabe Harris just absolutely blew him up. Again, that was just like last week. He's behind the line of scrimmage, so you can make contact with the receiver there.
4th down, Tech will have to punt it away with Marshall Nichols, a transfer from UNLV, and he hits it off the right side of his foot, and it's going to sail out of bounds into the Tech boundary. A short kick by Georgia Tech. Let's see where they spot it as the official will walk it up the sideline. He's still got his arm raised in the air. He's going to spot it out of bounds at the Georgia 45-yard line. Dogs with a break there. Bad kick by Georgia Tech's punter, and the Dogs will have field position at their own 45 after only a 23-yard shanked punt. We got a timeout in Atlanta, second quarter with 8:25 remaining. Georgia and Georgia Tech tied at 3. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured, you know who to call. There's only one call. CallKen.com. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
This football season, the Bulldogs won't be the only ones scoring. Let First Franklin Financial help you score the cash you need with a loan up to $15,000. At First Franklin, we offer fast approvals, fixed rates, and payment plans to fit any budget. To find the Georgia branch near you, visit us at WeMakeLoans.com. All loan terms and APR depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLS number 141654. Georgia residence licensing number 5656. Offer not available in North Carolina.
There's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
I'm Monroe Freeling, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network presented by Georgia Power. Here for Georgia, here for you, and here for every play.
100 grand is what you could win over and over again. You bag every time. Go play Keno. Pick 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win money. Win 1 time, 2 times, there's no limits. Up to 100 grand every 3.5 minutes.
You like winning over and over again? It could happen with Keno. Go play in the bar, at the store, or online.
Go play Keno.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
I'm John Addison, a Georgia graduate, lifetime Bulldog fan, and chairman of distribution for Primerica, the largest independent financial services marketing company in North America. Primerica makes the maximum impact on the communities we serve through our concepts and products and by giving back through the Primerica Foundation. As a Georgia-based company, Primerica is proud to continue our long-standing tradition of sponsoring Georgia athletics. Go Dogs!
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth, a 3-3 ball game here in the second quarter, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Let's go down to the attorney Ken Nugent sidelines and DJ Shockley. Shock.
Hey, fella, Josh, you had a good assessment of Gunner a few minutes ago about guys being open. This is a situation, I was just watching the iPad with him, and they got guys open. They just telling Gunner to trust his eyes a little bit more and go through those progressions. He went a little quick on a couple progressions and took his head down. They asked him to keep his eyes up a little bit, and there's room for the QB run here, hopefully, if they call the right call.
Dogs on the 45-yard line, and we give it to Dylan Bell on a reverse to the near side, and Bell is swallowed up back at the 40. Going to be a lost yardage play, and they spotted at the 41. Rodney Shelley, the corner, a senior from Fairburn, Georgia, up to make the tackle for Georgia Tech. And that play did not work for the Dogs. We lost yardage back to the 41.
Not fooled at all. Tech read that well. Prepped themselves for that end around from Dylan Bell.
Lost 4 yards. It's 2nd and 14 now from the 41 for the Dogs. Tied at 3, second quarter. Gunner works out of the shotgun. Frazier in the backfield. Snap it back. Gunner wants to throw. He's got plenty of time. Deep ball down the middle of the field, and he will intercept. No, incomplete. 2 men on the receiver, and that was Bell. Running right down the hash at the 10-yard line. That was Shelley and Felton.
Pass. Holding. Defense, number 6.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
The whole way down the seam there, Dylan Bell had his collar held on to by the corner guarding him. Can't do that. Can't grab a hold of him like that.
But you can throw the flag for defensive holding, and that's the case. So Georgia gets a first down out of that. And that moves the ball up 10 yards to the Tech 49.
Well, and that's one of those deep shots that you're going to need to see. Tech's defense is going to give you that, but we got to be able to hit them. We got to run the ball, and Shock just said the QB run's going to be there too. We've seen Gunner be able to use his legs effectively, but those holes, we just have to hit the plays that the defense gives us.
Snap it back to Gunner. Moves to his left, now tucks it and runs, curls at left tackle down the hash, and he'll pick up about 4 yards to the 40. Well, they're going to spot him over the 45 to the 44-yard line. So he got 5, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Dogs.
That's an example of what Gunner can do for you, though, when he doesn't have a receiver open downfield. He can pull the ball down and make plays with his legs and pick up 5 or 6 yards a clip.
Kyle Eford, the linebacker, in on that stop for Georgia Tech. They bring a man in motion, fake the jet sweep, and hand it off to Frazier, who bursts through the hole at left guard and left tackle. Down to the Tech 36-yard line. Again, Eford, the junior linebacker from Decula, makes the stop for the Yellow Jackets. 8-yard gain for Nate Frazier and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Good job by Monroe washing down his side. Drew Bobo getting up on his man. Good block, good play.
3-3 is our score, second quarter. Dogs on the move to our right. Play fake. Now Gunner chased out of the pocket, rolls right, looks downfield, sidearms it, and through 2 hands. He tried to get it to Delp. It went by him, and then Branch was 5 yards farther downfield, and he didn't catch it either. It's incomplete.
Yeah, he was looking for Zach Branch down the field, just a little off target, throwing the ball on the run. 2 receivers in the area, like you said there, Scott, with Delp coming toward the sideline along with Branch. He was trying to get the ball to Branch just off target.
2nd and 10 Dogs, 6:22 to go, second quarter. Frazier in the backfield with Gunner. 2 receivers to the near side. The tight end Delp at a wing outside right tackle. Play clock at 4. They snap it back. Gunner with time. Throws far sideline. One-on-one coverage and caught and out of bounds. No, incomplete, they say. Yeah, see the ball spinning away from Dylan Bell at the 10-yard line. 2 officials are going to have a discussion. Now they say incomplete.
Well, and Dylan wasn't pleading his case hard enough either. That lets you know that he didn't think that it was a catch.
Well, yeah, the ball definitely went spinning away about 5 or 6 yards towards the seats on that far side of the field.
Tight coverage on that side of the ball from Amari Harvey. Good throw. I like the back shoulder fade throw there. Just got to stick it on him a little bit more.
3rd down and 10 Dogs on the Tech 36-yard line. Cash Jones in the backfield. Quick throw to Branch on the near side of screen. Branch to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 15 and twisted down at the 12-yard line. Zachariah Branch with a big explosive play for the Dogs to put him in the red zone and set up a first down.
Scott, I don't even know that button exists on the controller if you're playing this game on the computer. He stopped, ducked, and spun all together at the same time. What a elusive play from Zach Branch.
Branch got out of ahead of his blockers but got into the Massey Ferguson red zone. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 24-yard gain. Dogs on the doorstep. Less than 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Handoff to Josh McCray this time. He angles left of center on the carry and stopped at the 9-yard line. Ronald Triplett, the transfer from Texas San Antonio, on the stop after a 3-yard gain by McCray. Dogs want to go with some tempo. 3 receivers left on 2nd down and 7. And a play fake by Gunner. He's going to keep it and run to the far sideline, and they will bulldog him up around the headgear and throw him into the turf at the 7-yard line. Omar Daniels, transfer from Kansas State, with the high and hard tackle on Gunner Stockton at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2 for the Dogs.
One of those design runs for Gunner out the left side of Georgia's offensive formation. He was tackled hard, though, as you said, Scott. Don't like to see that, but you know you're going to need that from your quarterback in this game to win.
3rd and 5 for Georgia on the Tech 7-yard line in a 3-3 contest in the second quarter, and Georgia Tech wants a timeout.
Timeout. Georgia Tech.
4:40 remains in the second quarter. Georgia threatening to take the lead in a 3-3 contest. Our first half is presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured, you know who to call. There's only one call. Callken.com is the website. Back to Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium right after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
The red zone, that last area of the field the Dogs have to maneuver before they celebrate a touchdown. In financial planning, there's also a red zone. Those last few years of planning before you celebrate retirement. Just like the Dogs have to execute their game plan, you need a game plan for retirement. At the Hoffman Financial Group, we start with a free portfolio x-ray. It's a deep dive into your retirement accounts. What's working? What's not working? Are you headed for a big tax bill? Will you have enough income? What are your options for Social Security? We're here to help you tackle all the issues you face in retirement. Call the Hoffman Financial Group today for a free portfolio x-ray. 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com. The Hoffman Financial Group is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Georgia football brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and a trusted value. Georgia with a 3rd down and 5 coming up from the Georgia Tech 7. The Dogs 3 of 5 on 3rd downs here in half number 1. We're tied at 3. The Dogs trying to change that here on this possession. Ball's on the far hash. Georgia in red, moving to our right. 3rd and 5 coming up. Bobo up over the football. Empty set. Gunnar Stockton back in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now they shift Cash Jones into the backfield from the left side. Lucky, the left receiver, or the lone receiver on that left side. Snap back to Gunnar. He'll throw it. Caught by Branch. He twists. He pivoted in and scrambles into the end zone for the 4-yard touchdown after he caught the ball. Branch caught it going to the right to this sideline. He just stopped on a dime, pivoted back to the middle of the field, and left the Tech receiver or defender running this way. And it was an easy 4-yard sprint into the end zone, and Georgia has the first touchdown of the game.
Classic option route from Branch. Saw the safety there, giving him inside leverage look. So he breaks outside, and as soon as he breaks outside, Gunnar sticks it on him, and then the rest is just the creativity and the video game-like moves from Zach Branch.
He's definitely got him. Point after try by Peyton Woodring, as Tech closes in from the edges, but they can't get to the ball, and the extra point is up and good. And Georgia has a 10-3 lead. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Georgia Bulldogs. And Omar Daniels was the guy that Zachariah Branch beat badly, catching that football and then pivoting away from him and sprinting into the end zone.
Scott, pivot's not the word. My ankle snapped watching Zach Branch put on the brakes and turn around up here in the booth. Pivot's the only word we can think of, but it's not quite accurate.
7-yard touchdown run, or catch and run by Zachariah Branch. The drive was 9 plays, 55 yards in 3 minutes and 50 seconds to put Georgia ahead 10-3. That's the drive summary, brought to you by Avocados from Mexico, always good. And Adam tells me that the Dogs have taken their starting center into the medical tent. And that word from DJ on the sidelines. Drew Bobo in the medical tent being looked at. We'll try to get more information on that as soon as we get it. Woodring will kick it off. A high hanging end-over-end kick that will land deep in the end zone. Tech will take a touchback, and they'll have 4:35 remaining in the quarter as they get the ball on their own 25.
Georgia won the toss, elected to defer. So, Scott, we're getting dangerously close, 35 seconds away from the middle 8 of this ball game here. Georgia, in a perfect world, would love to take the last 4:35 of this first half, get a stop, get the ball back in the hands of your offense to try to get a twofer coming out in the second half also.
Tech on the 25. King drops way back and just slings it far side of the field, and he overthrows Jamal Haynes, the running back, who was right on the sideline. The ball went sailing over his head, incomplete. J.J. Hanna, the freshman from Berlin, Germany, with a good pass rush on Haynes King that forced him way back behind the line of scrimmage before he chunked that football incomplete.
Scott, Haynes only has 3 carries today. I wonder if when we saw him get up a little gimpy in that first or second drive, I wonder if that's the reason they're not running him as much. That's way below his average.
Certainly taking something away from their offense. They'll hand it off here to Hosley, who spins over the line of scrimmage, running between the tackles up the hash mark. And we hit him with Quintavious Johnson and Zion Branch at the 28-yard line. 3-yard gain for Georgia Tech. It brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. They trail now 10-3 as we approach 4 minutes remaining in the half. King being pressured from the edge, throws it laterally to the right. It's caught down the line at the 20, and then swallowed up is Hosley out of the backfield. At the 27-yard line, may have lost a yard on that play. Raylan Wilson, the linebacker, and the safety, K.J. Bolden, sprinting out to make the tackle. The Georgia defense likes what they just did. They forced Tech into a 4th down and a punting situation.
Man, like the precision of a pit crew, Georgia's rotation in 3rd and long there, bringing on so many fresh defenders with speedy legs. DeMello Jones did a great job holding everybody up, and then the cavalry came to clean house.
Nichols to punt it away. This one better than the last one. Long, straight down the field punt taken by Branch at the 19. Branch to return it to the 25. Makes a man miss there, and up to the 30.
That's
Sokovie White-Helton, excuse me. Sokovie White-Helton on the punt return that time. And a decent return for Sokovie up over the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball down. Looks like the 33, maybe. That's where Georgia will have it, on the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3:15 to go. So now we're in that window, Josh, that you were talking about, the middle 8, and Georgia getting the ball to start the second half. So we'll see if the Dogs can go down and get points, and then they'll get the second half kick to start the 3rd quarter. 10-3 is our score. Georgia leads. And we'll run it from the 33 on 1st down with number 3, Nate Frazier, spinning his way up between the hash marks to the 42, 43-yard line. Omar Daniels, the safety, up to make the leg tackle on Nate Frazier, who was getting up a full head of steam up at the 42-yard line. A quick 9-yard spinning run by Nate Frazier.
Boy, Nate was animated when he got up because he knew if he just was able to break the tackle of Omar Daniels, nobody was in front of him but the goal line.
2nd and 1 for the Dogs. And we'll hand it off to Frazier again, who lowers the shoulders, drives behind his pads, and gets up on the logo, over the 45 up to the 47-yard line. Butler, the linebacker, on the tackle, but it's a 1st down for the Dogs at the 47. Another 5-yard gain for Nate Frazier, who's running well in this first half now. 9 carries and 68 yards for Frazier here in the first half.
Another quality carry, another ferry ride for Tajay Butler, the linebacker for Georgia Tech.
Did have the interception in the first quarter. Josh McCray's checked into the backfield. He'll get the carry. McCray angling right behind one of his big linemen, Juan Gaston, there. Couldn't hold his block, and then McCray tried to cut back to his left inside, and that's when Tech will hit him after a 1-yard gain at the 48-yard line. And we got a timeout, the 2-minute timeout, with 1:58 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. So we'll halt play as Georgia leads it 10-3. The Dogs with possession near midfield when we continue. Timeout here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured? You know who to call. There's only one call. CallKen.com, the website. Georgia 10, Georgia Tech 3 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
A well-executed game plan is always the key to a victory on the field, and it's the same when it comes to stopping people from dying in crashes caused by drunk drivers. When alcohol is part of the tailgate or any occasion, then the game plan always includes a ride with a sober driver. All drunk driving deaths are preventable, and choosing not to drink and drive saves lives, maybe even your own, and it'll avoid a costly DUI arrest. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds everyone to drive sober so they won't have to pull you over.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Monroe Freeling from UGA Football, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network presented by Georgia Power. We're here for the win, and Georgia Power is here for you.
Dogs fans in Athens, we have two important rules. Support local business and cheer on the Georgia Bulldogs. This season, we would like to thank our official hometown team partners for their support of Georgia athletics. First Watch, Longhorn Steakhouse in Athens, and CertaPro Painters of Athens. Learn more about how you can support these great local partners by finding the Hometown Team Partners ad in the digital game program on GeorgiaDogs.com. Support our hometown team partners and you'll support the Dogs.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Two-minute timeout here in Atlanta. Georgia leads Georgia Tech 10-3. Let's go down to the Attorney Ken Nugent sidelines. And DJ Shockley. Shock, what's going on?
Hey, fellas, look like we got some good news. Drew Bobo's back in the game. He came out of the 10. He did some stuff trying to get his ankle warmed up. You can tell he was kind of favored a little bit. He got it retaped, and he's back on the field now, so that's good news. We'll see how he finishes out the rest of this half, but good to have Drew back on the field.
All right, the Dogs are, thanks, Shock, the Dogs are looking at 2nd and 9 from their 48-yard line. 1:58 on the game clock remaining in the first half. Georgia leads it 10-3. So it is Bobo back on the field at center for the Dogs. Frazier talking to Gunner in the backfield. Two receivers to the right for the Dogs, one to the left. Now Frazier shifts to the left for Stockton. He'll hand it off, and Nate over the 50 quickly makes a man miss at the 45, down to the 40, the 35, the 30. Right down the hash, Nate Frazier running like a man possessed here in the first half. He ended up at the 28-yard line. This is where he put the ball down. The official picks it up and puts it back on the 30. Amari Harvey made the tackle way downfield at the 30-yard line. A 22-yard burst for Nate Frazier, who's inching closer to 100 here in the first half. He's got 95 right now. 1st and 10 at the 30. Give it to Frazier again. He's got the hot hand. He'll get 2.5, 3 here as they try to pry the ball out of his hand in the pile. Between the hash marks, he ran left that time, and looks like they'll spot it down between the 27 and 28. A.J. Hoffler and Matthew Alexander, two of their linemen on the stop of Frazier.
Georgia still with all 3 timeouts here, so still with a minute to go. An eternity from this point, from this part of the field to score.
McCray's checked in after that 2-yard gain by Frazier. Josh McCray hit at the line at the 29, keeps driving, pulls away from that leg tackle, and down inside the 25 to the 24. Lightsey, the linebacker, and Hill, the nickelback, on the tackle. McCray wouldn't go down on first contact and kept driving to the 24-yard line. So he turned a negative into a positive. They hit him behind the line, but he got 4 yards.
He just kept churning those legs. It's not super fast, but very powerful. Tech unable to get him on the ground.
McCray stays in. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Dogs. Clock's at 21 seconds remaining, and Georgia will call a timeout.
Timeout. Georgia.
Dogs call time with 21 seconds on 3rd and 4 coming up, leading 10-3. Let's pause. 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Dogs have the football on the Tech 24-yard line, leading 10-3 with 21 seconds to go in the second quarter. Dogs use their first timeout. They've got 2 remaining. Tech has 1 left, but just 21 seconds again remaining in the half.
Look for a shot play here, potentially trying to get into the end zone. Dogs break the huddle.
Bobo the center, Morris and Gaston are the guards now. Freeling and Green the tackles. And Cash Jones in the backfield on third down with Gunnar Stockton. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Gunnar in the pocket with time, steps up in the pocket, flag down behind the play. Gunner's going to be sacked back at the 28-yard line, trying to spin away from that pass rush, and it never materialized, and there's a flag dropped at the 29.
Just good coverage again downfield for Tech in the secondary. Not a single receiver with enough space, but Gunner comfortable enough to throw it.
Georgia says the penalty's on Tech.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 24. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Well, that's a gift, Scott.
No doubt. Ronald Triplett is the violator. Yeah, looking at the replay, he had his hands all up in the face mask and headgear of Cash Jones, who was trying to block him in the backfield. That penalty puts the ball down on the 12-yard line, and the Dogs are in the Massey Ferguson red zone. They snap it. Gunner throws for the back corner of the end zone. The pass was tipped, and it wobbles into the end zone and close to being intercepted, but it was incomplete in the end zone. One of the Tech defenders sliding on the turf in the end zone couldn't quite get to that dying football that was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Dogs caught a break there, but it wasn't picked off. It's going to be second down. 8 seconds remain. Second down on the 12-yard line for Georgia. Dogs lead it 10-3, trying to get points here before the half. And now another timeout for the Bulldogs. That's their second of the half.
Georgia.
Dogs want to discuss the play options here with 8 seconds to go. Second down and 10 coming up from the Georgia Tech 12-yard line. Let's take a look at the second quarter recap presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. Loans for land and farms. In the second quarter only, Georgia has scored all 10 of the points here in the game for them. They've scored 10. Tech hasn't scored in the second quarter. And the Dogs have done all the offensive production, as you might guess, too. 137 yards of offense for the Dogs. Tech with only 10 yards of offense in the second quarter. The Dogs have run for 105 in the period. Tech only 11. And as Josh had been pointing out earlier, the Yellow Jackets are not using Haynes King in the running game much at all. Second and 10 from the 12. 8 seconds remain. Snap back to Stockton. Gunner in the pocket. Throws for the near corner. Just throws it away. He had one receiver in the back right corner of the end zone, but he wasn't open. That was Dylan Bell. And so Gunner just had to throw it away, save some time, and try the field goal here now with 4 seconds left.
That was just a bad operation, the last half of that 2-minute there. Ever since the 2-minute timeout, Georgia really with no sense of urgency to put the ball down the field. Now you're going to settle for a field goal here. The only saving grace in this is that you get the ball to start the second half. Kirby, though, not going to like the execution of the second half of that 2-minute.
Gunner kneeling down on the 20 for a 30-yard field goal try from Peyton Woodring.
Timeout.
And Georgia Tech calls a time to let Peyton, who's got one field goal today, make him think about it just a smidge longer with 4 seconds to go in the first half. And the Dogs trying to give themselves a 10-point lead with a second field goal by Peyton Woodring.
It's been a decent start to this game. Offensively, though, I feel like we're just a little bit out of rhythm, a little bit out of sync. Protection's not completely there. Gunner, obviously, not seeing the field very well. Tech doing a good job dropping guys back in coverage, putting men in throwing lanes. I think that's really part of their game plan today.
Yeah, Gunner's 4 for 10 in the first half for 36 yards passing and an interception and 1 touchdown. Field goal try of 30 on the near hash, kicking to the right, and the field goal is up high between the pipes and good. Peyton Woodring with his second field goal of the game to give Georgia a 13-3 lead with 1 second remaining in the first half. And with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate, will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs Athletic Scholarship Funds for student athletes across all sports. Thank you to Allstate. 13-3 the score now. Dogs in front by 10. The scoring drive for Georgia, 55 yards and 9 plays in 3 minutes and 14 seconds, and a 30-yard field goal by Woodring to put Georgia up by 10. That's the drive summary brought to you by Avocados from Mexico, always good. And Peyton has it teed up on the 35-yard line, close to the far hash, kicking to our right. And we'll run that last second off the clock, as he will hang this one up high, end over end. Tech will let it bounce 1 yard deep in the end zone. And there's still 1 second remaining as they'll have the ball on their 25 after the touchback.
He couldn't have just caught it, ran forward a couple of yards and kneeled down?
No, cannot do that. Haynes King, the last one off the sideline to join the Tech huddle, as we try to get that longest second in college football history off the clock. This is like the last minute of a basketball game. All right, Tech will take a knee and get the last second off. There's Haynes King to take the snap, a quick kneel down, and that's the end of the half. Georgia with a 13-3 lead at intermission, as they'll head to the locker room to our left and Tech into the tunnel to the right. And coming up here in just a couple of minutes, well, not even that long, we'll have quick interview, quick words from Georgia head coach Kirby Smart. DJ Shockley on the field to talk to the coach. The halftime interview brought to you by Zaxby's. Who's got the sauce? So 13-3 is our score. 3 field goals in the first half. Only the 1 touchdown, a 7-yard touchdown reception and run by Zachariah Branch, and then a couple of field goals by Woodring, 1 by Burr for Tech. And let's go down to the field and Shock and the coach.
Coach, you got the run game going, but I get the pass game going in the second half.
Got to get the quarterback confident. Got to get him throwing the ball on time. He's holding sometimes in the pocket. They're dropping some guys in coverage. Got to get the passing game going.
Done a good job defensively with Haynes King on 3 carries. How do you keep that going?
Well, you start with preventing, which we've done. Get some turnovers and we gotten off the field.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Scott.
All right, we're losing Shock up the tunnel there, but I think you got the gist of that. And Josh, interesting that Coach would say the first thing out of his mouth was, we got to get the quarterback confident.
I wouldn't expect that on my bingo card today, the way that he's been playing the last few weeks, but that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a quarterback whose confidence is not there in the routes that are in the game plan today.
But Georgia does lead at the half, 13-3 over their arch rival, Georgia Tech. Stay tuned now for the halftime report coming up with Neil Williamson. That's next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Things at Zaxby's just got sensational, because now you can experience their signature Asian sensation flavor 3 different ways. Get that sweet, tangy, citrusy, zesty fusion of flavor rolled up in a giant wrap, drizzled on a salad with an egg roll, of course, or tossed on their famous chicken fingers. Hey, flavor this good deserves its own private menu, or should I say, Zenu. The Asian sensation lineup, available only at Zaxby's. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. I'm Monroe Freeland from UGA Football, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network presented by Georgia Power. We show up on the field, and Georgia Power shows up every day to give you reliable energy.
Our coach? Yeah, he's smart. Know what else is smart? Renting to own the stuff you need at Aaron's. Tight budget? No problem. At Aaron's, you can still get the furniture, appliances, and electronics you need right away with locked-in low payments. We're talking big-name brands like GE, Ashley, and LG. The Bulldogs always make the smart play, and you can too at Aaron's.com or your local Aaron's store. Aaron's, a proud partner of UGA Athletics.
Approval not guaranteed. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Halftime Report. Here's your host, Neil Hondo Williamson.
Halftime in anything but hot Atlanta. Chilly day here in town with gusting winds. Fortunately, we are inside at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you once again. Georgia leading Georgia Tech 13-3. At the half, the Dogs have had some good penetration so far today, but had to settle for a couple of short field goals off the leg of Peyton Woodring. Zachariah Branch with a TD catch and run from the arm of Gunnar Stockton, and that's how we got our 13 points. All right, we have DJ down on the field, Josh Brock up here with me in the booth. And guys, first of all, I want to address what Coach Smart was saying to DJ, and that was finding confidence for our quarterback. DJ, as a former quarterback, what do you think about that, and how do you find that confidence?
Well, first off, I think it's true because you're watching Gunnar go through different progressions, and I get a chance to watch them as they talk about it on the iPad down here sometimes, and there are plays open. There are guys that are there to make plays. And you can see sometimes Gunnar taking his head down, or maybe he's just not seeing it clear enough. Now, how to gain it, you just got to keep going. You got to keep calling. Mike Bobo's going to keep calling these pass plays, giving him opportunities. But I think it starts with like throwing it out there to Zach Branch on the bubble, throwing it out there to Noah on a stick route. Something just to get the confidence growing that, hey, I can complete some passes and go forward. So right now, yeah, not seeing it as good as he has, the last few weeks. But hopefully in the second half, they find something to get that going.
Well, and from a lineman's perspective, you can recognize that your quarterback's struggling a little bit, and you can talk amongst your group and say, hey, guys, we got to pick our junk up too. I almost said a bad word on the we got to pick our junk up too and make sure that we're seeing what Tech's trying to do up front, because there have been a couple of free rushers come through, and we haven't been necessarily as clean and haven't given Gunnar as clean a pocket as we could have. So we can fix some of those things on our end also.
Is it fair to say, at the half at least, we run this state? What a running game we've put together so far in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way we come out, we knew we were going to be able to have success in the run game today. Already 145 yards rushing. Nate Frazier with 97 of that. Just an impressive job by the offensive front, including your tight ends, getting him some space to run the football. And, of course, Nate doing what he does, running the football effectively and hard, as is Josh McCray. The thing we have to understand, though, is we have to continue to run. If Tech's going to drop so many guys in coverage, which has been the challenge for Gunnar, seeing the receivers because there's so many Tech defenders in those throwing lanes, then that means the rushing lanes are going to be there. So if that means that we need to rush for 300 plus or 350 plus to be able to dominate and salt this game away, then let's go do it.
DJ, what do you think is going on with Haynes King that we haven't seen him run the ball? Do you think that Josh is right that he may have gotten rattled? We did see him get rattled. We saw him get up very gingerly early in the game, early in the first quarter.
Yeah, that could be the only guy I can think of, because he's been the bell cat for him. He's been averaging 16 to 18 carries a ball game, and he's got 3 right now. That tells you something that's not right. And his offense runs through him in the run game. So him not having, that part of the ball game for Georgia Tech is a big problem. And, yeah, there has to be something else going on for him not to be taking a bigger load running the football.
All right, thank you, fellas. Great analysis. Go get yourselves a refreshment, and we will check scores and stats and all of that stuff and then bring you second half action. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Our 4th-ranked Dogs lead number 23 Georgia Tech. It's 13-3 at the half. Back with the Modelo scoreboard in 2 minutes on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Associated Credit Union is excited to announce the ACU Auto Mall, the new way to buy your next vehicle. We help you shop for the right vehicle, negotiate a fair price with a dealer, and secure your financing all in one easy place. Delivery to your door included. Visit acuonline.org/automall and start shopping today. Associated Credit Union, where anyone in Georgia can live, bank, and grow.
This is Georgia football. Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Hey, Jacoby, you got your jersey ready for Saturday? I laid mine out days ago.
Ja'Cory, your jersey's in the laundry.
Wait, did you just tell me my jersey's dirty? To the avocados from Mexico jingle?
I mean, bad news just sounds better that way. Kind of like how avocados from Mexico make everything better.
True. Let's fire up some guac, throw in our lucky socks, and still make it a win. It's good.
Avocados from Mexico.
Now, more of the halftime report. Once again, here's Neil Hondo Williamson.
Snap back to Gunner. He'll throw it. Caught by Branch. He twists. He pivoted in and scrambles into the end zone for the 4-yard touchdown after he caught the ball.
That's the Bulldogs play of the first half, brought to you by Avocados from Mexico. Always good. Welcome back for more of the Bulldogs halftime report. Dogs on top, 13-3. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hope it's been a great one here on the Friday after Black Friday. Let's check that Modelo scoreboard now. Brought to you by Modelo, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial brewed for full-time Bulldog fans. For 21 and up only, please drink responsibly. Okay, 7th-ranked Ole Miss, no problem in Starkville today, winning the Egg Bowl over Mississippi State 38-19. Number 13, Utah, outlasted Kansas 31-21. Iowa went into Lincoln and hammered Nebraska 40-16. Games in progress. You've got Air Force leading Colorado State late third quarter, 28-14. Falcons on top there. San Diego State leads New Mexico 14-10. They are at halftime. Coming up later on tonight, you've got number 3 Texas A&M at 17th ranked Texas. Then tomorrow at noon, number 1 Ohio State at 18th ranked Michigan. At 3:30, a trio of big SEC games. LSU at 8th ranked Oklahoma, 14th ranked Vanderbilt at number 20 Tennessee, and number 22 Missouri plays at Arkansas. At 4:30 tomorrow, Florida State and Gainesville to take on the Gators. And at 7:30, it's the Iron Bowl, number 10 Alabama playing at Auburn. We will run through the first half statistics when we return. Then Scott, Brock, and Shock bring you second half action from MBS. Dogs on top 13-3 over the Jackets. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Round here, we take pride in showing up for our families, our neighbors, our dogs, and our health.
Just like the loyalty we have for our dogs, we deserve a Medicare plan that is loyal to us. A plan that is there for us day in and day out, no matter what happens.
That's why we should have Clover Health on our team. Clover's Medicare PPO plans offer the freedom and flexibility of a PPO with the benefits and savings we want.
It's more than just a Medicare Advantage. It's the confidence to do more, cheer more, enjoy more. Clover Health, the coverage we've been missing.
Visit cloverhealth.com to learn more. Clover Health is proud to support Bulldog football.
Clover Health is a preferred provider organization, PPO, and a health maintenance organization, HMO, with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Clover Health depends on contract renewal. Paid actor portrayal.
I'm Michael Morris from UGA Football. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, brought to you by Georgia Power, keeping Georgia running on and off the field.
We know no one's journey is the same. That's why Delta Sky Miles moves with you. From earning miles on reloads for coffee runs, shopping, and things you do every day, to connecting you to new experiences, the Sky Miles membership fits into your lifestyle, letting you do more of what makes you, you. It's more than travel. It's the membership that flies, dines, streams, rides, and arrives with you. Because when you have a membership that's as unique as you are, there's no telling where your journey will take you next. Learn more at delta.com/SkyMiles.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Our studio producer is Talik Pratt. Here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the surprisingly nimble Adam Gillespie is the road dog. He's also our producer-engineer. Thanks to those two gentlemen for all they do. Time to spotlight the first half's best-in-game stats, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to be the official freight partner of Georgia Athletics. Dogs on top, 13-3 over the Jackets. Georgia with the 181 yards of total offense. Check out this, Georgia Tech with 78 yards of total offense in the game thus far. The Georgia defense has been suffocating on the Jackets so far. Jackets with 9 yards of total offense in the second quarter. Bulldogs 13 first downs. Georgia Tech has 3. Georgia has not punted yet today. Checking individual stats, let's look at that Georgia Tech line first. Haynes King has carried the ball only 3 times for a net of 10 yards. Jamal Haynes, their second leading rusher, 3 carries for 8 yards. Haynes King has passed 7 completions for 7 passes, 7 completions in 11 attempts. We'll try the third time. 55 yards for Haynes King. Conversely, Gunnar Stockton is 4 of 10 for 36 yards. He does have a TD throw to Zachariah Branch. He's also thrown an interception. Zach Branch, the leading receiver for the Dogs, 2 catches, 31 yards, including that 5-yard TD, catch and run. Nate Frazier is the leading rusher for Georgia. Dogs have been running the state for sure. Frazier with 11 totes of the mail, 97 yards. Josh McCray has been the second running back of choice for Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo today. McCray with 8 carries for 32 yards. Gunnar Stockton has 7 carries for 20 yards. And those are your stats. We'll come back. Second half action. Waiting in the on-deck circle with Scott, Josh, and Shock. It's Georgia on top, 13-3. This is the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
College football season is Modelo season, and the Modelo Recruiter is scouting for full-time Bulldog fans who live and breathe football all season long. You know what that makes you? A full-time fan. Welcome to the roster, Recruit. You deserve an ice-cold Modelo, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Because Bulldog season wouldn't be the same without you. Modelo Especial Beer, Chicago, Illinois. For 21 and up only, please drink responsibly.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Your Georgia Bulldogs know what it takes to build a winning team. When you combine dedication, talent, and a drive to win, nothing can beat you. With 20 years of providing natural gas to homes and businesses all over Georgia, Walton Gas combines trustworthy service and straightforward rate plans for the best customer experience. With Walton Gas, every customer wins. Visit WaltonGas.com to see how Georgia's most trusted natural gas provider can serve you. Go Dogs!
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Getting ready for the second half here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and we welcome you back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. And let's go down to Shock on the Attorney Ken Nugent sidelines. DJ was in the locker room with the team at the half. Shock, what was the conversation?
Yeah, a lot of conversation about it being 0-0. Obviously, that's the way we love to start the second half. But he said he haven't really felt like he made them tap. We haven't made them feel any different about how we play. We have to impose our will in the second half. He said this second half is going to be all about composure and resiliency. Don't worry about them talking. Don't worry about them doing all that. Make sure you handle your business. He said whatever happens on this first drive, we have to make them feel us, and we got to go get points. If not, still make them feel us. And one last thing is Drew Bobo. I saw him coming out. He had a big limp. He's actually being weird out a little bit, so not sure we'll see Drew Bobo here in the second half, but I will keep you guys updated.
All right, Shock, thanks very much. I'm looking at the sideline right now. Yeah, it looks like Malachi Tolliver is in the group of offensive linemen that's getting ready to start the second half, so we'll see if that is the case. Georgia Tech will spread out across the 30-yard line, getting set to kick it away with Aiden Burr, who has the only points for Tech today. And that came in the form of a 30-yard field goal, the first score of the ball game. Here's Burr's kick from right to left. It will sail over the head of Zachariah Branch and through the end zone for a touchback. And it'll be Georgia football, 1st and 10 at the 25. Dogs lead at 13-3 here as we get underway in the third quarter.
It indeed will be Malachi Tolliver starting the second half at center for the Dogs.
I feel like I said Starks a few seconds ago. I didn't say that, did I? Malachi Starks.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I'm not sure why that's in my head. But it is Tolliver that will start the second half at center. A freshman from Cartersville, Georgia. Snap it back to Gunner. Screen to the left, and Zachariah Branch tries to sidestep defenders. The blocking broke down on that left side, and Branch going to be dropped for a loss of 4 back to the 21-yard line.
Boy, penetration upfield is what kills that type of screenplay, and Tech did a good job getting upfield very quickly after the snap.
Frazier in the backfield with Gunner. Frazier at 97 yards rushing in the first half. Need more of that in the second half. Dogs adjust. Play clock at 13, still ticking. Second down and 14 for the Dogs from the 21. Snap it back to Gunner. He's got a lot of time to throw. Now he's going to pull it down and run. To the 25, up the hash to the 26-yard line. And tackled by Matthew Alexander, UCF transfer at the 26. 5-yard pickup for the Dogs. So we got the lost yardage back plus a yard. It's 3rd and 9 for Georgia. A lot of folks haven't settled back into their seats yet after halftime. Empty set for the Dogs. Gunner to throw near sideline, one-on-one coverage, and Noah Thomas was all hooked up with the Tech defender Zachary Tobey on the near sideline, but the ball sails over their heads and out of bounds into the Georgia bench. So an incomplete pass on 3rd and 9 will force a 4th down and the first punt of the game for Georgia's All-American punter, Brett Thorson.
Yeah, that was just good coverage downfield that time from Tobey. And the ball thrown just a little bit wide, not really giving your receiver an opportunity to go up and make that catch.
Eric Rivers, the deep man back for Georgia Tech on the 26. And flags down before the snap of the football, and the Dogs are being pointed at by Georgia Tech.
Offense, number 47. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Never a pleasant feeling when the other team is pointing at you. So 5-yard penalty on the Dogs. And that'll back us up to the 21-yard line of scrimmage. Thorson stands on the 12 to receive the snap from Bo Gardner. Need a boomer here. Snap back to Thorson. He'll get the kick away cleanly. Long, high, wobbly spiral. Going to come down at the 25. Fair catch called for by Eric Rivers, the senior receiver, and a transfer from FIU. And he did get his leg into it. A 54-yard punt by Thorson and no return. So Tech will have it at the 25-yard line after the Dogs go 3 and out.
I'm glad I didn't call out who was number 47 on our roster, because it was actually KJ Bolden with number 47 on out there in the gunner position. I would have called out a young man for doing something he didn't do.
Haynes King giving directions to Jamal Haynes in the backfield now for Tech. 13-3 is our score, 3rd quarter. Tech with its first possession of the half. King to throw. Soft lob over the middle to Rivers, who just made that fair catch on the punt, and he makes this catch here at the 35, tackled immediately by Ja'Cory Thomas. But a 10-yard gain, 11-yard gain up to the 36. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. King in the shotgun. Play fake and a quick throw to Malik Rutherford on the near sideline. He cuts in towards the numbers and gets about 6 more yards after the catch. Tackle made at the 43-yard line by the Dogs, right on the sideline. 7-yard pickup for the Yellow Jackets, 2nd down and 3. Tech wants to go with a little bit of tempo here. Rivers in motion to the right side, and a toss to Jamal Haynes with absolutely zero blocking on the inside. He caught the toss and then just ran straight out of bounds right into the Georgia boundary. C.J. Allen, the guy closest to him, maybe that's why he ran out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
I think I'd run out of bounds if C.J. Allen was running at me with bad intentions also.
He lost a yard on that.
Can definitely tell Tech's halftime adjustments. Let's go faster. Until now, they finally get back in the huddle, but they'll probably break this and try to go quickly and get it snapped quickly.
On their own 42, 3rd down and a long 3 for the Yellow Jackets. King in the shotgun, motions receivers out wide to the right. They fake a toss to the right, pitch it inside to Stockton on a sweep to the inside and the near side as he's pushed into the Georgia sideline at the 45-yard line, close to the 1st down marker. KJ Bolden with the stop for the Georgia defense. They mark it at the 46-yard line, so he gets the 1st down.
Kirby on the near side lobbying for the spot to be behind the line of the game, but unable to make the referee believe him.
Looking at the quick replay, it looked like he did get over the 45-yard line before he went out of bounds, so Stockton picks up the 1st on a 4-yard gain. Their Stockton, not ours. Tech 1st and 10, play fake, Haynes King. First run we've seen from the Tech quarterback in a while, running upfield between the hash marks and between the tackles as he bounces off body after body and crosses over midfield into Georgia territory. stopped in the vicinity of the 47-yard line by the linebacker Quintavious Johnson.
Quarterback power O, that's a staple of Tech's offense.
Got 7. It's 2nd down and 3. Tech on the move here on their first possession of the third quarter. They trail 13-3. King back in the shotgun. Handoff Haynes sweeping wide to the right. We chase him down with a linebacker, Justin Williams, and also Jonel Aguero making the tackle on the right flat at the Georgia 44-yard line. The gain will be 3, maybe 3.5. Enough for the first down as they move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 Georgia Tech as the ball is officially spotted on the Georgia 44-yard line.
Justin Williams showing you his speed there. Jamal Haynes definitely the speedier back of that Yellow Jacket backfield.
Haynes with only 7 yards rushing today. King with a play fake to the right. Now will throw a deep ball down the middle. One-on-one coverage and a reaching interception by the Dogs. Ellis Robinson, his 4th interception, picks it off at the Georgia 4.
Did you say Malachi Starks earlier? Now that was nothing near close to what Malachi Starks did in this dome a few years ago. But man, what a great job going up high, pointing the football by Ellis Robinson. He made a better play on that than the receiver did.
Well, that's why he ended up with the football at the Georgia 4-yard line. Robinson went up high and picked it off with 2 hands, trying to get it to Dean Patterson. But King overshot his man by just a smidge, and the Georgia cornerback makes a fine play on it. Dogs have the ball going the other way at our 4-yard line. We've got a timeout here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 10:16 to go, third quarter. Georgia has a 10-point lead. It's 13-3. And our second half today is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Again, Georgia 13, Georgia Tech 3 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
I'm Michael Morris from UGA Football, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, brought to you by Georgia Power, powering the next play from the field to the community.
If you've been hit hard, on the field or off, you need more than a whistle. You need a law firm that hits back. Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Two country music icons, one massive party, live between the hedges, presented by Pruitt Health. Luke Bryan,
yeah, that's my kind of night.
Jason Aldean.
Let's get this thing started.
Saturday, April 25th, UGA Sanford Stadium, with very special guests.
Wish I could say I miss you.
Zach Top,
but you know
and Lauren Elena. Tickets on sale Friday, October 3rd at 10 a.m. at GeorgiaDogs.com. Produced by UGA.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at CorePower.com.
Back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here in Atlanta. Georgia with an interception by Ellis Robinson. He's got back-to-back picks now in the last 2 games. That's his 4th of the season. Haynes King intercepted for his 5th time this year, as Josh McCray will try to run it off the 4-yard line. The first carry of this possession by McCray as he angles to the right and plows his way up the hash to the 11-yard line. So quick 7-yard gain for the hefty Josh McCray, the transfer from Illinois. That'll make it 2nd down and 3 for the Dogs.
I'll give the Tech safeties credit, man. They're coming down, putting their head in that gap that's opened up. Man, our big, powerful backs between Frazier and McCray, they've just been punishing them when they get there.
Single setback for McCray. He's about 7 yards deep. Stretch fake handoff, and then Gunner will bootleg and throw to McCray out of the backfield and make the catch on the near sideline, and then tackled into the boundary in the vicinity of the 20 or so. McCray with the catch, and the tackle made by Cayman Spalding, the linebacker. But it's a Scana Energy first down. They spot it shy of the 20, actually, at the 18, so it's a gain of 7. 1st and 10 for the Dogs on our 18-yard line. Coming off the 4-yard line after an Ellis Robinson interception on a long ball. Play fake. Gunner throws it down the line to Branch with a blocker. Branch caught it at the 15. 6 more yards after the catch up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tackled at the numbers on the far side of the field by Harvey, it looked like. Amari Harvey.
I like this. Let's throw the ball sideline to sideline. Let's make Tech run a little bit and challenge their depth here in the second half.
It was a 3-yard gain on the play. Zachariah caught it at the 15 and then ran after the catch up to the 21, but the line of scrimmage was the 18. Now flags all over the field.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So a 5-yard mistake on the Dogs there.
Too many men on the field.
Elias Williams, the freshman tight end, will come to the sideline now for Georgia after the penalty marker was thrown and Georgia backed up to its 16-yard line.
He was the one that was in there, made it 1 too many. Nice synchronized flag throw by the referees there, though.
There was. It was like they were expecting it. Frazier back in the backfield now. And Gunner to throw, and a defender right in his face will block that throw down right at the, not even the line of scrimmage. Jason Moore, a big senior lineman for Tech, just swatted it down in the backfield. That ball wasn't probably a foot or so out of the hand of Gunner Stockton before it made contact with the 6'2", 300-pound lineman for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Moore made quick work of Dontrell Glover and got it in the face of Gunner Stockton, got his hands up on that one and batted it back like a defending a volleyball slam.
3rd and 12 for the Dogs. Cash Jones in the backfield on 3rd down. Stockton with time and now whistles and flags down again in the Georgia backfield. I see one flag on the far side dropped at the 10-yard line.
False start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So that's the 2nd penalty on this possession. Georgia doing things we don't see Georgia do very frequently. False starts and substitution issues. Dogs had no penalties at the half, and now they've got 2 on this possession. So now it's 3rd down and 17 from our 11. Snap it back to Gunner. Throw a screen to the left to Dylan Bell, and Tech just eats it up. Man, they were salivating on that play. Bell hit behind the line at the 8 and just driven back towards the end zone. Cayman Spalding, Tennessee Tech transfer, leading the charge for the Tech defense. And that offensive possession just blew up. Dogs will have to punt it away on 4th and 20.
Center's got to get out there quick enough. Spalding was the center's responsibility there. Got to deflect that defender on his way to the receiver to give the receiver enough time to be able to make the man miss.
Thorson to punt it out of his own end zone, hangs it up high, middle of the field. Fair catch called for by Eric Rivers, the return man. And Tech's going to have terrific field position. Fair catch made at the Tech 47-yard line and a timeout. Punt was 44 yards by Thorson. 7:35 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Georgia 13, Georgia Tech 3, and a timeout here in Atlanta. Our second half today is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. Georgia with a 10-point lead midway through the 3rd. Back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
College football season is Modelo season, and the Modelo Recruiter is scouting for full-time Bulldog fans who live and breathe football all season long. You know what that makes you? A full-time fan. Welcome to the roster, Recruit. You deserve an ice-cold Modelo, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Because Bulldog season wouldn't be the same without you. Modelo Especial Beer, Chicago, Illinois. For 21 and up only, please drink responsibly.
Your Georgia Bulldogs know what it takes to build a winning team. When you combine dedication, talent, and a drive to win, nothing can beat you. With 20 years of providing natural gas to homes and businesses all over Georgia, Walton Gas combines trustworthy service and straightforward rate plans for the best customer experience. With Walton Gas, every customer wins. Visit WaltonGas.com to see how Georgia's most trusted natural gas provider can serve you. Go Dogs!
Big games and big bills have one thing in common. They don't happen alone. We're the United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72, and we're training the next generation of mechanical pros in Athens, Atlanta, and across the state of Georgia. The pipeline to your future starts here. Visit ua72.org.
What's up, Dog Nation? When it comes to financing your home, it's time to team up with the name you can trust. Southeast Mortgage is the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving the great state of Georgia for over 3 decades. Their local team of experts will guide you through the process with a winning strategy, just like the Dogs do on the gridiron. Visit our website at southeastmortgage.com/UGA to get started. Remember, Southeast Mortgage is the champion of home loans. Go Dogs! NMLS number 103956. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 6578.
Josh and Scott back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, along with Hondo, Shavanto, and the Road Dog, and DJ Shockley on the Attorney Ken Nugent sidelines. Let's go down to Shock.
Hey, fellas, one thing to pay attention to is they talked about being physical in this ball game and wanted the physicality to take over here in the second half. Well, one thing I learned this week of practice, they actually tackled to the ground a couple days this week. So you talk about being physical. Bo Walker was the brunt of a lot of that tackling to the ground, but they wanted to emphasize the physicality was going to be a big factor in this ball game. I think that's what's going to happen here in the second half. Who is the more physical team?
We shall see. 7:35 to go, third quarter. Tech starts near midfield on this possession at their own 48. 13-3, Georgia in front here in the third quarter. They swing it to Allen on an end around to the right. Jordan Allen, the speedy wide receiver at 5'9" from Lawrenceville, Georgia, turns the corner into Georgia territory, stopped by C.J. Allen, the linebacker, at the Dogs' 45-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Georgia Tech. Now they go with an empty set. King fakes the pass, pulls it down and runs. He's got room off the left tackle. He'll be hit hard as he crosses the 35 at the 34-yard line. At 11 yards, Raylan Wilson got his money's worth on that lick. Zion Branch, the safety, also in on the tackle, but it's a first down on the run by the Georgia Tech quarterback.
Yeah, we got to have our feet underneath us and our head up when we get to the line of scrimmage with Haynes King bringing the ball down, trying to get out of the pocket. Tackle was there at the line of scrimmage. We just missed it.
King, Tech's leading rusher this season, only 5 carries for 17 yards today. Play fake there. He's going to keep it and run again. And King this time inside the 30 to the 29, right down the near hash, as he's hit low by Branch, the safety. And that's 5 more yards for the Yellow Jackets. Second down coming up.
Branch with the hard hit, and then Raylan Wilson finishing him off up top.
Safeties are Branch and Bolden, the corners. Everett and DeMello Jones. Aguero, the nickel. And the linebackers right now are Williams and Cole, as Tech will run it again with the quarterback, Haynes King. And running between the tackles, between the hash marks, Chris Cole going to make the stop at the 25-yard line. 4 more yards for the Yellow Jackets. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Again, Josh Horton had him in the backfield. You got to make that tackle there. Keep your feet underneath you and make the tackle. At least hold him up a little bit so someone else can come finish him for you.
Dogs with Griffin and Miller and Jonah Ajonia on that defensive line. Haynes King fakes the toss left, keeps it, and runs straight ahead right into a wave of Georgia linemen, red shirts, and the linebacker got to him. Quintavious Johnson, sophomore from Atlanta, made the stop shy of the line of scrimmage. A lost yardage play back at the 26-yard line. It's 4th down for Georgia Tech.
Well, that play was made because Raylan Wilson absolutely stuffed the pulling guard into the hole. That gave nowhere to go for Haynes King.
Aiden Burr on 4th down to try a field goal. Kicks between the hash marks, straight in front of the goalpost from right to left. A 44-yard try. The snap is good, the kick is away, and the kick is good. Burr with his 2nd field goal of the contest. He was named one of the Groza finalists earlier this week. That's his 24th field goal this season, and that's among the most in college football. So Tech back on the board with 3 more. It's 13-6 now with 4:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We've got a timeout. Our second half today brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Your new score in Atlanta: Georgia 13, Georgia Tech 6 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
2 country music icons, 1 massive party, live between the hedges, presented by Pruitt Health. Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, Saturday, April 25th, UGA Sanford Stadium, with very special guests, Zach Top and Lauren Elena. Tickets on sale Friday, October 3rd at 10 a.m. at GeorgiaDogs.com. Produced by UGA.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Let us help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, plans include benefits for your whole health, like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. There's no obligation to enroll. One of our licensed agents will answer your call and help you pick the right plan for you. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
I'm Michael Morris from UGA Football. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, brought to you by Georgia Power, keeping Georgia running on and off the field.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
With holiday chaos around every corner, the minute you step into your BMW, you're in control. The BMW X3's adventure-ready agility is built for wherever the holidays take you. The effortless power of the X5 makes it easy to take on the season, and the iconic 3 Series is an exhilarating escape. The BMW Road Home sales event on now. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers now through December 1st.
Back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Georgia with a 13-6 lead on Georgia Tech. The Georgia Bulldogs Football Radio Network is brought to you by Georgia Power. We're here for the win. Georgia Power is here for you. So the Dogs defense, Josh, today has held Tech to only 2 field goals. This was an offense that came in second in the ACC in scoring offense, averaging 35 points per ball game, but they have been unable to really get rolling today. The Dogs are stymieing them to just a couple of field goals.
Yeah, Georgia's defense playing really well today, putting a couple of bad situations. Right now, Tech with only 136 total yards. That's well below where they normally would be at this point in the game.
And really the same with Tech's defense. They've held Georgia in check for the most part. The Dogs don't have 200 yards of offense yet. Here's the kick by the Yellow Jackets, and Branch will watch it sail over his head for about 4 or 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the Dogs will have the touchback. They'll have the football at the 25. See if that offense can get going, churn out some points here on this possession, leading it by 10 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Georgia 13, Georgia Tech 6. First down, high snap. Gunner pulls it down, hands it off to Nate Frazier, who stacked up at the line of scrimmage and then pushed back in the opposite direction. He got forward progress over the 25 to the 26, a 1-yard pickup for Frazier, who had 97 yards in the first half. And he still has 97. That might be 98 right there if the stat monitor will update. Branch in motion to the left, hand it to Frazier. No, it's a fake by Stockton. He keeps it and rolls around to the left, and he cuts up the hash and is upended at the 30-yard line, knocked off his feet and into the air after about a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Omar Daniels, the safety, with a hard tackle for Georgia Tech.
Georgia struggles in the offense in the first half. Started on first down. They're continuing on first down in the second half, putting themselves in 3rd and medium and 3rd and long way too often in this ball game to be successful.
Dogs 4 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. Stockton goes empty. Will take the snap and run it. And he's hit at the 31. He tries to keep his feet. He jumps in the air, goes for the first down marker at the 35, and comes up just a smidge short. Georgia going to leave the offense out there, and looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and less than a yard. And the Dogs will go for it. They hand it to Cash Jones, and Jones veers out to the right over the 35. Oh, they bring it back. Oh, look at that spot.
That's enough for the first down.
Is it? Just barely.
Just barely, but I'm like you, Scott.
I thought he got to the 36.
At least the 35 and a half at worst, right? So, I mean, I thought that was a good pickup, easy pickup, but just barely enough to move the chains for the Dogs offensively.
He did get the Scana Energy first down by a smidge, so that's the good news. 1st and 10 for the Dogs on the 35. Is Tech going to challenge it now? Play has been halted.
Georgia Tech has taken a timeout to challenge the ruling on the field that the runner made the line to gain.
This ruling certainly going to go in our favor. If anything, they're going to move the ball 6 inches or so farther up the field.
Well, you would hope.
And even if they don't, they leave it right where it is, it's still a successful first down.
Call on the field is that Georgia made the first down. Plays under review. It's brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, the ball reaches the 35, which was just past the line to gain.
So we'll look at the replay and see if we can determine anything.
Well, and of course we're going to
make the call.
We're going to be in 2025, and we're going to not have a good angle at this with technology.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. It's first down, Georgia. Yeah. Georgia Tech is charged their first timeout and has no challenges remaining in the game.
That's referee Justin Elliott with the explanation. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds you the penalty for getting a DUI can cost up to $10,000. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety says drive sober so you won't get pulled over. The Dogs barely pick up the first down, but doesn't matter by how much, right? As long as you get it. 1st and 10 for the Dogs on the 35-yard line. Georgia leads it 13-6. Gunner in the backfield. Lucky's in the backfield with Gunner. He's going to lead on this play as Gunner takes the snap and Runs in there off the right edge behind Green, and Lucky was long gone by the time they hit Gunnar Stockton at the 37-yard line. Kyle Eifert, the linebacker, on the hit. They bring it back to the 36. So a 1-yard pickup for Gunnar. 2nd down and 9 for the Dogs. Malachi Tolliver is the center here in the second half after another injury to Drew Bobo. We hand it off to Frazier. He squirts out of the pack at the line of scrimmage, twisting his way between the hash marks close to the Georgia Tech logo, over the 45 by the time they get him to the turf at the 47-yard line. 11-yard run for Nate Frazier. That puts him over 100 in the game, and a Scana Energy first down for the Dogs.
When Nate in the first half was running through holes twice the width of him, that time that was just a crevice that he was able to get sideways, get real skinny to get up in there and get the first down.
Impressive. Now McCray back in the game. Single setback, play fake. Gunnar sets up. Time to throw. Deep ball down the middle. Noah Thomas fighting 2 defenders, and incomplete inside the 5. Thought Tech may have intercepted it for just a moment, but the ball came rolling out in the end zone as Gunnar Stockton launched it about 55 yards in the air to try to go deep to Noah Thomas, but Daniels and Shelley in the secondary prevented it from being a completed pass. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Dogs now from our 47.
Shelley got there just a little bit too early for my liking. That looked like that was a little bit of a pass interference, jumping over his back before the ball got there.
Frazier back in the backfield for the Dogs. Shotgun snap to Frazier, or to, face mask on Frazier. My goodness, here come the flags all over the place. The snap was to Stockton. He handed it to Frazier, and then Nate got his head ripped off just about as Tech grabs his face mask and twists it to the right, and flags came in.
Yeah, we're going to benefit from the penalty for sure.
It'll be a big 15-yarder on the defense.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, but Scott, we're going to benefit from the penalty, but here's the problem I want to point out so far here in the second half. Nate really wasn't touched until he was across the line of scrimmage 2 or 3 yards down the field at times in the first half. Those holes were so big. So far in the second half, Georgia Tech has moved and started some penetration up front and really not allowing Georgia's offensive line to move them, and that contact is being made at the line of scrimmage, and in a lot of instances so far here in the second half in the backfield, Nate having to work hard for every single yard.
Dogs get 15 out of that. Move the ball to the Tech 38. Less than a minute remaining, third quarter. Georgia leads it by 7. 13-6 is our score. Gunnar to throw. Deep ball, far sideline. One-on-one coverage and a twisting effort. Dylan Bell, incomplete. Right around the 7 or 8 yard line or so. He ended up out of bounds.
Man, he caught that somehow, but I don't think he was able to keep a foot in bounds on that the catch. What a circus catch, twisting and turning, catching the ball over his outside shoulder as he's falling out of bounds.
He did catch it, you're right, yeah, but the first step was a couple of feet out of bounds.
I might go slow on this if I'm Georgia and see if the replay booth buzzes down.
2nd and 10 for the Dogs, 37 seconds left in the quarter. Snap back to Gunnar and a handoff. Dogs will run it, but not for much. I'm not sure we got back to the line of scrimmage there with the carry by Frazier. He's jammed up at the 39 that time by Jordan Vandenberg and Jordan Boyd, 2 of their linemen.
Vandenberg came in this game with 10.5 tackles for loss. He just got another one right there, as that was a no gainer, negative gainer.
And that's going to be the last play of the quarter as well. So we're going to have 15 minutes to go. Fourth quarter on the way here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Dogs with a 3rd and 10 coming up, leading 13-6. Trying for their 8th consecutive win in this series. Our second half today brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Georgia 13, Georgia Tech 6. The fourth quarter on the way next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. As a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, we appreciate the importance of a strong team. For over 55 years, Pruitt Health has been helping people recover and return to doing what they love. With therapy, skilled nursing, home health, assisted living, and personal care services, our mission is to get you back in the game. To learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. At Pruitt Health, family makes us stronger.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoDogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Hey, Sokobi, you got your jersey ready for Saturday? I laid mine out days ago.
Ja'Cory, your jersey's in the laundry.
Wait, did you just tell me my jersey's dirty? To the avocados from Mexico jingle?
I mean, bad news just sounds better that way. Kind of like how avocados from Mexico make everything better.
True. Let's fire up some guac, throw on our lucky socks, and still make it a win. It's good.
Avocados from Mexico.
Back with the Inside the Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth as we go to quarter number 4. Let's recap the third, presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. Loans for land and farms. Tech had the only third quarter points in the game. They had a field goal by Aiden Burr. Georgia did not score. The Yellow Jackets with 58 yards of offense in the third period to 36 for the Dogs, and 33 of that for Georgia was on the ground, so only 3 yards passing in that third quarter. Tech had a turnover in the third quarter on the long interception picked off by Ellis Robinson for the Bulldogs, his 4th of the year. Georgia in front 13-6 with 15 minutes to play here. And the Dogs will have the ball 3rd and 10 coming up from the 38-yard line. Georgia football brought to you in part by Modelo, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Bulldogs fans. For 21 and up only, please drink responsibly. Dogs on the Tech 38, moving to our left now to close out the ball game towards the window end of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the big window, if you're familiar with that. So we're moving into the downtown area, I guess you could say. Let's hope we strike pay dirt in downtown Atlanta. Dogs could use some cushion here in a 7-point game. 3rd and 10 for the Dogs on the 38. Gunner in the shotgun, Cash Jones to his right. We bring Branch in motion to the left, and we run it with Gunner the other way. Stockton to the 35, to the 34, and they grab him on the far side of the field at the 33. Kamen Spalding, the linebacker, making the tackle. 5-yard run for the Dogs, and Georgia's going to bring out the field goal unit now and give Peyton Woodring a chance at his 3rd field goal of the game.
Real perplexing call there to me. Not like you're trying to attack this Tech defense.
51-yard try from the far hash, kicking left. Woodring, right-footed kicker. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is away, and let's watch it. The kick is good. Peyton Woodring with his 3rd of the game. And this one from long distance, over 50 yards, giving Georgia a smidge of breathing room again. It's 16-6, Dogs by 10, and with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs athletic scholarship funds for student athletes across all sports. Thank you to Allstate. 14-10 remaining in the game, and it's a 2-score game once again. Georgia's scoring drive. Covered 42 yards. It took 11 plays and 5 minutes and 28 seconds of playing time, and a 50-yard field goal officially for Peyton Woodring. That's the drive summary brought to you by Avocados from Mexico. Always good.
Well, let's play the possession game here and put the game in the hands of your defense here to it's really played well today and held Haynes King in check. Let's see if the Dogs can continue that strong pass rush and that strong defensive play.
Woodring to kick it away after making a 50-yard field goal. He'll send this one into the end zone for a touchback. Tech will have the football at the 25-yard line. Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers on the versatile BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. For more details, see your local BMW Center or visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics.
Almost full health first unit out there for the Dogs defensively with C.J. Allen back in the lineup and Ja'Cory Thomas back in there also.
Tech from left to right, play fake, Haynes, pressure by Harris. He dumps it out in the near flat. It's caught by Tech, as that's Jamal Haynes, the running back, making guys miss on the Georgia sideline. He's going to get all the way up to the 30-yard line before we get him down. He caught it behind the line of scrimmage, then had to do a lot of work just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and then he exceeded that by almost 6 yards to the 31. 2nd and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. King with a play fake. Oh, he's swallowed a hole behind the line at the 30-yard line. Gabe Harris just devoured him around the left edge. King with a play fake to the right, and then he ran right smack into number 0 as he got behind the left side of the line of scrimmage and was looking for some room, but there wasn't anything there because 0 ate him up.
That was an unfair fight. They had tight end Luke Harpering trying to block Gabe Harris. I think Gabe's going to win that matchup pretty much every day of the week.
3rd and 5 for the Yellow Jackets on their 30. Haynes in the backfield with Haynes King. Tech quarterback will roll to his left. Soft lob to the sideline, and wide open on the sideline is Malik Rutherford, the senior from Miami, makes the catch and gets out of bounds without taking a hit at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, good design by Buster Faulkner there. It made Dalen Everett have to run through a tremendous amount of traffic to get to Rutherford. Easy pickup of the first down.
9-yard gain for Georgia Tech. Georgia substitutes defensively, so the officials hold up play. Tech wanted to go a little faster. And Haynes King with a play fake on the jet sweep. He'll keep it. Run straight ahead between the tackles. Take a lick as he crosses the 40 at the 43-yard line.
Boy, did he.
And down right there after a 4-yard gain to the 43.
Ja'Cory Thomas. He's a missile when he comes down and run support from that safety position.
Tech going fast. They snap it back again, open on the left side of the field, and King lobs a perfect strike right in there. Caught at the 50 and into Tech Georgia territory is Isaiah Canyon as he worked his way down to the 39. Ja'Cory Thomas makes the tackle there. 18-yard pickup on a play that looked relatively simple. Dalen Everett also in on the stop for the Dogs defense. Tech on the Georgia 39-yard line, down 16-6 with 11:40 remaining in the game. They're moving left to right. Man in motion to the near side, play fake by King. He throws it out to the left side again. They're working that side of the field here on this possession. Canyon makes the catch at the Georgia 35 and then tackled at the 31 by Everett.
Scott, you said it. They're working the left side of that, or excuse me, the right side of that Georgia defense. That's because the left side of the Georgia defense is being locked down here on Ellis Island, as we dubbed it a few weeks back. He's had great coverage today all day and an interception.
8-yard gain on that short toss. Now they toss it to Haynes on a sweep to the left side, and the Tech running back runs out of room into the Tech sideline, and now there's a flag down as well, as Haynes was hit right around the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field, the vicinity of the 31-yard line. Let's check the call now from the officials.
It's going to be something after the play, behind the play also, too. The umpire was the one who threw the flag pretty late.
Tech looks like they're not happy, so maybe it's going against the home team today.
Well, Brent Key always has that look on him.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 77. 15-yard penalty, the down counts, 3rd down.
Keelan Rutledge, one of their offensive linemen, flagged for unnecessary roughness, personal foul.
That's Lombardi finalist, Keelan Rutledge.
So the 15-yard penalty puts Tech back on the Georgia 46-yard line. And takes a little more time off the clock as it moves under 11 minutes now.
A little tap in the back. Maybe a little bit of an Oscar Award nominee from one of our guys.
We'll take it. 3rd and 17 on the 46 now for Tech. They move the tight end in motion from right to left, snap it back to King. He's got time to throw, and he'll throw it incomplete. On the far side, he was trying to go to the tight end. Scyther looked like on the far side. He was covered up pretty well at the 35-yard line. King's pass incomplete. That brings up 4th down and 17.
Well, Georgia,
so the 15-yard penalty, Josh, just derailed them.
Absolutely huge. And then also, too, Georgia's flipping the script just a little bit defensively there, Scott. They really only rushed 3 guys, and it was a muddle rush, even almost like a Hail Mary type play. Didn't even try to get after Haynes King.
Tech will punt on 4th and long. High hanging back spinning pooch kick will hit at the 3. Oh, and it gets into the end zone just behind the Tech Gunners on the play. Bounced over the goal line. It'll be a touchback for the Dogs, and Georgia will have possession at the 20-yard line. As Branch ran away from that one, he may have deked him a little bit because the Gunners didn't know where the ball was. But it hit on the 3 and got into the end zone. Timeout here in the 4th quarter. 10:25 remaining in the game. It's Georgia 16, Georgia Tech 6. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. Back for more of the 4th quarter. Georgia and Georgia Tech on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
This is Micah Morris from the Dogs, and you're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network, presented by Georgia Power. They're here for you in the Bulldog Nation with tools to help manage your energy and your budget.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
We know no one's journey is the same. That's why Delta Sky Miles moves with you. From earning miles on reloads for coffee runs, shopping, and things you do every day, to connecting you to new experiences, the Sky Miles membership fits into your lifestyle, letting you do more of what makes you, you. It's more than travel. It's the membership that flies, dines, streams, rides, and arrives with you. Because when you have a membership that's as unique as you are, there's no telling where your journey will take you next. Learn more at delta.com/SkyMiles.
Back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Modelo's scoreboard update. Ole Miss beat Mississippi State today, 38-19. Let's see what else we got. Utah State leads Boise State at the half 21-13. Air Force 42, Colorado State 21. NFL, the Bears beat the Eagles 24-15. That's a fun. 1st and 10 for the Dogs on the 20. Josh McCray takes the first down handoff, runs to his left, and is wrapped up around the legs just behind the line of scrimmage by E.J. Lightsey, the linebacker. About a half-yard loss on that play. It'll be 2nd down, 10.5 for the Dogs.
Yeah, missed opportunity, missed block there on Lightsey, the middle linebacker. If that gets blocked up just even the slightest bit, Nate Frazier is still running.
The center, Malachi Tolliver, was leading the charge there, but Lightsey came in behind him to make the tackle. McCray stays in the backfield. Gunner wants to throw this time, and he'll find his target at the 25. Dylan Bell, who planted at the 25-yard line, turned and caught that pass. Omar Daniels tackles him on the spot. They give him forward progress, maybe a generous spot to the 26-yard line. So a 6-yard gain for the Dogs, 6.5 really. 3rd down and 4 for Georgia on their own, on our own 26-yard line. 9:20 to go in the game. Georgia 16, Georgia Tech 6. Cash Jones in the backfield on 3rd down. Gunner claps his hands, snap back in the shotgun, bounces back, steps up and throws. Deep ball over the middle, caught by Zachariah Branch, who tumbles down at the 49-yard line. Nobody was near him. He could have had all day to run, too, it looked like, Josh, but he did a little bit of a somersault there at the end of that catch.
Yeah, absolutely. You had the protection when you had to have it. Well, that's because he had to dive after the football there, Scott. I'm sorry, I got stuck watching the replay as there's a Tech defender down on the ground injured. Big 3rd down pickup there for the Dogs.
23 yards on the 1st down, a Scana Energy 1st down for the Dogs as the Tech player who was shaken up on the play, Manley, gets up and runs to the sideline, so apparently he's okay. But we've got a timeout here at Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Timeout with 8:56 to go in the game. It's Georgia 16, Georgia Tech 6 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Dogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Gunnar Stockton, quarterback of the Georgia Bulldogs.
And I'm Ken Nugent, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia's favorite personal injury attorney.
This season, Ken and I are teaming up to make our touchdowns count even more.
That's right. For every touchdown the Dogs score this year, I'm donating $200 to the Boys and Girls Club here in Athens.
It's about giving back to the kids in our community, and that's something we can all cheer for.
And remember, big hits don't only happen between the hedges.
May I? One call, that's all.
Hey, that was pretty good. One call, that's all.
In Georgia, Saturdays have a rhythm. A little coffee, a lot of pride, and folks who know how to show up on game day for the Dogs. When it comes to your health, you need a Medicare plan that cares for you just as much as we care about our dogs. Clover Health's all-in-one PPO plans include zero to low copays, allowances for dental, OTC, and eyewear, and the freedom to choose your doctor. Freedom, flexibility, and the savings we want. Medicare coverage that goes beyond the basics. Don't go through the season without a solid game plan. Clover Health, the coverage you've been missing. Visit cloverhealth.com to learn more. Clover is proud to support Bulldog football. Clover Health is a preferred provider organization, PPO, and a health maintenance organization, HMO, with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Clover Health depends on contract renewal. Out-of-network, non-contracted providers are under no obligation to treat Clover members, except in emergency situations. Paid actor portrayal.
With Josh Brock, Scott Howard with you in the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Georgia moves closer to midfield after that last play. A 23-yard gain to Zachariah Branch. Dogs have the ball on their 49, leading 16-6 with 8:56 remaining in the 117th edition of Georgia and Georgia Tech. Dogs moving from right to left here in the fourth quarter. Waiting for the officials to turn them loose. Well, the play clock's already counting down, so they've ready to go. Georgia's just killing some time because the game clock is now ticking away. So we'll break that half-hearted huddle at the 45-yard line here in a matter of seconds. There they go. Quick sprint to the line of scrimmage. 8 on the play clock. Single setback is Frazier. Hand it to Nate. Nate runs into the back of Glover and bounces back in the opposite direction and goes down at the 50. Eford and Lightsey, the linebackers, on the stop, but I think you got to credit Glover for that tackle.
Yeah, can you give Dontrell Glover an assist? Usually Nate's a little bit more patient than that too, because if he just presses the back heels of Glover, he had the hole developed to his left to be able to hit that cut like he does so well so often.
McCray back in the backfield now for the Dogs. 1 yard gain for Frazier. 2nd and 9, clock under 8 minutes. We bring Branch in motion, reverse him, and a fake from Stockton. He'll curl around and throw it to McCray out of the backfield, who catches it at the 50. It falls out of bounds on the near sideline at the 49-yard line. Lightsey, the linebacker, on the stop again. We're getting it 1 yard at a time at the Tech 49 now, and they actually move it up to the Tech 48.
And that's where your protection made a huge impact there. If the protection was there, you had middle pressure from Tech's defensive front. If Gunner had a little bit more time, Lawson Lucky had a step or two on his man down the numbers on the left side by the ACC logo on the field.
3rd and 7, Dogs on the Tech 48-yard line. Moving to our left, Stockton with time. Now here comes a pass rush up the middle, and they'll chase Stockton down on the left side. A little too late to start his scramble that time. That was Jordan Boyd, a sophomore lineman from Beach Island, South Carolina, that wraps up Gunner Stockton for the sack back at the Georgia 43-yard line.
Well, those last two plays fall at the feet of your offensive line up front. You got to be able to pass that game off in the middle and get that blocked up just long enough to get the play out, get the ball out for Gunner.
Lost 9 on the sack. Drew Bobo, by the way, out of the game now. The pads have been removed. He's on the bench. Malachi Tolliver is the center here in the second half for the Dogs. Brett Thorson on to punt it for Georgia with 6:15 remaining and the clock ticking. Tech comes after it. They don't get it, and Thorson gets off a boomer. High, wobbly punt going to come down. Fair catch at the 11 for Georgia Tech. Eric Rivers on the fair catch, close to the near sideline. 46-yard punt. Nice kick by Brett Thorson. And he's kicked Tech deep into their end of the field, and they'll spot it on the 12, not the 11.
And one of the best signs that you could see when you take the field after the change of possession, the TV timeout guy's over there waving his arms saying, like, game's on, baby. No TV timeout.
Keep it going.
Keep it rolling.
So that's what we'll do is Tech will start this possession from the 12. They're down 2 scores. 16-6 is what we're looking at on the scoreboard right now with 6:06 remaining. Tech breaks the huddle. Haynes King tells Rivers, we need you on the other side of the field. They go with an empty set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. A play fake and a quick throw to the tight end over the middle. Seither, the former Bulldog, breaking tackles at the 25 and tumbled down across the 30 at the 31-yard line. Raylan Wilson, the linebacker, on the stop. But a 19-yard gain on first down for Georgia Tech. That's a big chunk.
Boy, Seither just sat down in the hole in Georgia's zone defense there and then broke a couple of tackles. Big first down play to get him out of a hole.
5:35 remaining. Tech running to the far side of the field, looking for space. Too many red jerseys over there as the Yellow Jackets try to turn the corner with Malik Rutherford, the wide receiver. And we'll hit him down at the 37-yard line. KJ Bolden up to get a lick in. The safety for Georgia's made a lot of tackles today. Also DeMello Jones in on the stop. 2nd and 4 from the 37. Tech wants to throw, and they will. Pass complete at the 41 on the far sideline. and caught by Eric Rivers this time. He's able to get out of bounds. Check a flag back in the Tech backfield, however.
I think we're not going to like the result of this.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 52. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Well, you're right about that. We don't like it. The line of scrimmage was the 44 after the pass completion, and now 15 more of that puts Tech in Georgia territory all the way down to the 39-yard line.
My goodness. I just watched the replay up on the Halo board. That was a Patrick Mahomes-esque roughing the passer call. Oh, gosh.
Less than 5 minutes remaining. Georgia leads by 10. Tech with the ball on the Georgia 39, 1st and 10. Haynes King with a lot of time, throwing for the end zone, and there's a pass interference. Penalty flag thrown inside the 5 on the Dogs. Jordan Allen was the intended target. He was being pushed from behind. He stumbles at the 2, and the throw was incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And you didn't have to. You were catching up to him in space. You were getting yourself back in perfect phase. Just get your head around, and the ball was off target. You didn't even have to touch him, but we put too many hands on him.
30 yards and penalties now, back-to-back plays going against Georgia. All of Georgia's penalties in this game have come here in the second half. And those last 2 big chunks, 15 yards each. So the Yellow Jackets are on the Dogs' 24-yard line, trailing by 10. 4:49 remaining. Tech will hand it off and run between the tackles, and there's not a lot of space there. That's one advantage the Dogs have definitely had today. Jamal Haynes, the 5'9" running back from Loganville, hasn't had many places to go between the tackles. Dogs make the stop at the 23-yard line with the linebacker Chris Cole. Tech 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and a long 8, actually. Play fake by King. Pressure on him. He's going to rear back and throw it towards the end zone. There's another flag. Ball sailed way out of bounds. They might overrule this thing.
That ball was 8 yards out of bounds. That has to be ruled an uncatchable ball. Although if it was a little bit closer to the sideline, that's 100% pass interference. DeMello just tackled the Tech receiver.
There is no foul for pass interference.
There you go.
Pass is uncatchable.
Yeah, the field judge on this side came in and overruled the back judge there, who threw the flag.
C.J. Allen had pressure.
Pass.
Yeah, but that also, too, you can credit C.J. Allen with that missed throw. He was in the face of Haynes King really fast, made Haynes get rid of the football a lot sooner than he wanted to.
Clock stopped at 4:11 remaining. 3rd and 9 coming up from the Georgia 23. Haynes King throws it out in the left flat. Caught down the line by Chad Alexander on a reserve running back. Zion Branch held him in check on the far side, and Kristen Miller is the guy that got over to make the tackle. So nice job by Branch to pin him in, and then Miller finished him off at the 24. So they lost a yard, and now it's 4th down, and Tech will try to make it a 1-score game with a field goal try here of Aiden Burr.
Great effort from Kristen Miller, too. Ran a long ways to secure that tackle. Great job by Zion holding him up, too.
41-yard try from the far hash. The kick is low, but going to reach the uprights easily. And the kick is good. Aiden Burr has his 3rd field goal of the game for Georgia Tech. And our new score with 3:30 to go in the game is Georgia 16 and Georgia Tech 9. We got a timeout here in Atlanta. Our second half today is brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Again, 16-9, Georgia leads Georgia Tech on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined forces to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. This year, we're going to light up Sanford with Creature Comforts' new Classic City Light. With only 95 calories and 3.5 carbs, Classic City is good light beer, proudly made right here in Athens, Georgia. It's not game day without a Creature Comforts Classic City Light. Available at your favorite retailers. One hometown, one team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company. Good dogs drink responsibly.
It's Saturday in Athens. Touchdowns, tailgates, and trash piling up. That's why Georgia trusts Waste Eliminator. Hauling, roll-off dumpsters, recycling, and composting for every kind of job, big or small. From stadiums to businesses to your own backyard project. We show up same day with solutions that keep Georgia clean and game days running smoothly. Waste Eliminator. We make a difference. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Learn more at wasteeliminator.com.
Hi, this is Lee Futch, Assistant Athletic Director for the Georgia Way. As the Bank of Doing, Wells Fargo is proud to be an official sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the field. With interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources, Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Let us help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, plans include benefits for your whole health, like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. There's no obligation to enroll. One of our licensed agents will answer your call and help you pick the right plan for you. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Georgia with a 7-point lead on Tech, 16-9. Tech with its third field goal of the game. That's all they're scoring. A 41-yarder by Aiden Burr. Scoring drive covered 64 yards, took 7 plays in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. And that's the drive summary brought to you by Avocados from Mexico. Always good. Burr will tee it up on the 35 down on the left end of the field and kick it away from left to right. And Zachariah Branch will be the deep receiver for the Dogs as he's slowly stepping back, but not quite to the goal line. Now he's on the goal line. And Burr approaches and will kick it away. And Branch will let it sail over his head and go through the end zone for the touchback. Dogs ball on the 25 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Dogs have all their allotment of timeouts. Georgia Tech had to burn a timeout on a challenge when they failed on their challenge, so they have 2 remaining.
So 2 first downs, you think, salts this thing away? I guess where you had the 2-minute timeout also with 2 timeouts, so you might need that third first down.
Let's go, let's go. Dogs break the huddle. McCray in the pistol behind Stockton. Snap, handoff. McCray breaks away from an arm tackle behind the line and maybe gets 3 before he's stacked up and driven back down the hash mark by Georgia Tech at the 27-yard line. 2-yard gain for Josh McCray. They had a host of guys making that stop that time. Dogs letting the clock tick down towards 3 minutes. Tech not using the timeouts yet. 16-9 is our score. Dogs by a touchdown. Georgia breaks the huddle. Needs some yardage here. 2nd down and 8 from the 27. Stockton to roll to the right. He's directing traffic. Gets a block from the tight end. Then they lift him up off his feet and throw him to the turf at the 34-yard line. Gunner almost got the first down on that run, and Tech almost carried him for the first down. They were picking him up and lifting him, trying to make the tackle. He's a yard shy. Tech calls a timeout. That was Amari Harvey lifting Gunner up by the legs and flipping him down as he landed on his back shoulder at the 34-yard line. It's 3rd and less than a yard to go as Tech stops the clock with 2:34 to go.
Yeah, you're right. He was rolling out to the right there. Georgia trying to flood the field, the whole right side of Georgia's offensive formation with receivers. Gunner quickly yelling at Elias Williams, get downfield and block, as he was pointing, trying to get the big tight end to go give him some space. But almost picked up the first down. He turned around and got him a block, but that safety was there to pick him up and gently put him on the ground.
Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Third down and less than a yard for the Dogs. Ball just across our 34 on the far hash. Georgia moving to the left. Gunner will go under center this time. McCray, the single setback. We need less than a yard. Gunner, stretch handoff. McCray going to bounce right, get the first down up the hash over the 35, twisting there at the 36. And Tech will stack it up there. Big first down for the Dogs as the clock stops temporarily. Now referee Justin Elliott winding it up. Now it's starting to move again as McCray got 3 to the 37-yard line. The clock ticking. 2:17, 2:16. Tech only has 1 timeout remaining.
We thought Brent was calling a timeout. Half of Georgia's coaches were stepping out there. But Tech not using, they're just going to let it roll down to the 2 minute, looks like.
The clock stopped again, Josh, at 2:16, and then the referee had to wind it up again, so it's going to tick down to 2. I'm not sure why it stopped the other time. But we get to the 2 minute timeout here in the fourth quarter. Georgia 16, Georgia Tech 9. Second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Dogs by 7, 16-9 over Georgia Tech. 2 minutes to go on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ask any dog fan, and they'll tell you, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. You know who else knows that? The team at the Hoffman Financial Group. They know that winning doesn't just happen. It's the result of having a good coach who draws up the right strategy and makes the necessary adjustments along the way. So think of the Hoffman Financial Group as your retirement defensive coordinator, protecting your lifetime of savings against inflation, market loss, and a pick six from greedy old Uncle Sam. With their complimentary portfolio x-ray, you'll find out what's working or what's not. Have a solid game plan for the second half of your life. Call the Hoffman Financial Group, 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com. The Hoffman Financial Group is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
If you've been hit hard, on the field or off, you need more than a whistle. You need a law firm that hits back. Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Getting hit hard isn't just part of football. It's part of life. A car crash, a bad fall, an injury that takes you out of the game, you don't shake that off. You fight back. With over $25 billion recovered, Morgan & Morgan helps injured people across the great state of Georgia get the compensation they deserve. Because when life hits hard, you need a law firm that hits harder. Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
Georgia with a 96-8 record in the regular season over the last 9 years. That's a winning percentage of over 92%. They're trying to add one to that tally today with their 97th regular season win. 2 minutes to go until we get there. It's 16-9, Dogs in front as we go down to the attorney Ken Nugent sidelines and DJ Shockley. Shock.
Hey, fellas, one thing to kind of keep it count here as we came down to the end. I was sitting over with Gunner, and they were going through different stuff. Kirby comes over and tells Gunner, hey, listen, they're dropping all these guys in coverage. Sometimes you just got to take off. Now, I knew that was talking about him in the pocket, but it makes perfect sense why he took off there and then throw it to Elias on that particular second down or third down it was. Told Gunner to be more aggressive with his legs, and we've seen him kind of do that the last few plays, but it's kind of worked out for us here. Just got to finish this one off.
2 minutes to do that, Shock, as the Dogs have the ball on their own 37, 1st and 10. Tech with 1 timeout remaining. I formation, McCray the full and Frazier the tail, and the Frazier tailback will get the football on the handoff and to the 37 and stopped right there at the line of scrimmage on the run by Frazier, and Tech uses its last timeout. No gain, real. Well, he maybe got the length of a football, maybe. That was about it. The ball's about halfway over the 37-yard line. And Tech stops the clock for the final time with 1:55 remaining, and Georgia with a 2nd down and 10 coming up on the next play. Fourth quarter recap is brought to you by Ag South, Ag Georgia, Southwest Georgia Farm Credit, loans for land and farms. Each team has a field goal in the fourth quarter, as Woodring and Burr have both contributed with 3 field goals apiece. Tech with 78 yards of offense in the fourth quarter. Georgia with only 41 yards of offense. And if this score holds, this will be the only game this season where the Dogs have scored just 1 touchdown in a game. We shall see in the next 1:55.
This formation is going to give you a one-on-one coverage on Lucky on the near side of the field.
Robinson is the fullback now in the I formation. We pitch it to McCray, running to the left, can't get to the corner. Tech cuts him down low. Omar Daniels, who stands and poses after the tackle, as McCray goes sliding on the artificial turf at the 36-yard line. May have lost a half a yard on that one. Clock continues to roll as McCray fortunately stayed in bounds after the tackle.
Yeah, that's just not McCray's game, playing out wide. His game is between the tackles, bulldozing, punishing defenders. Trying to get that speed to the edge is not in McCray's arsenal.
3rd and 11. You get the first down here, you win the game. 1:15 to go. From the 36. Gunner wants the football, claps his hands, now he shifts. And Georgia will call a timeout as Delp was in the middle of his shift. Georgia uses a timeout here, a 30-second timeout with 1:08 remaining in the game and a 3rd and 11 coming up.
I don't think we really intended on snapping that football. I think we were trying to see if we could draw him off sides with our aggressive clapping. Thank God we didn't get a penalty for that like we have this year once before. But see what they were going to line up in, because you're right, Scott, this is a critical 3rd and 11 here. Tech's certainly thinking if we can get a stop or worse, create a turnover, they get a chance to get back in this ballgame and tie it up or maybe even win it, since they're only down 7. But Georgia, this is a critical 3rd and 11 here. As you said, if we pick up this first down, we can kneel our way on out of here.
Both teams today came in averaging well over 300 yards of offense per game. Neither team at 300 today. Has this been defense or just ineptitude by the offenses?
Both. I think both.
Georgia on its own 36-yard tryptophan. Stockton under center on 3rd and 11. Stretch handoff, nobody there to fake it to, so Gunner's going to keep it and run to the 40, hit right there, knocked him back on the 39. That's where they'll spot the ball. And the Dogs will let the clock tick. Tech can't stop the clock anymore. Got to the 39, got 3 yards, and then Stockton took a lick up around the shoulder pads and helmet. Clock's at 45, 44, 43.
It's about a 20-second differential between it and the play clock, so Tech will have 20 seconds to go a long ways and no timeouts. See if Thorson can get this thing down inside the 10, pin it towards one of the corners.
He could just kick it to downtown as far as I'm concerned. If they get a touchback, it doesn't matter. 22 seconds, 1 second on the play clock, and the Dogs will use a timeout so they don't get the delay penalty. So 21 seconds remain.
Georgia
had the punt unit out there, but they call the time. Line of scrimmage is our 39. Tech, as Josh pointed out, has 0 timeouts remaining. It's 16-9. That's our score, and Thorson will trot back out there momentarily and try to get his big right Australian leg into one. We have 10. They have 10 across the line, okay. And 1 back deep, and that's Eric Rivers back on the 11. So they want to come after this one, apparently.
Yeah, this is called punt block in the playbook.
And that's what we need to do also. Block on our punt team. Snap back to Thorson. He gets the kick away, and, man, he drilled it long, high, spiral over the return man's head. It hits it to 4 and goes into the end zone. And 8 more seconds went off the clock. So Tech's going to have it with 13 seconds, a 61-yard punt. Well, he just had free reign that time. It's like, Brett, just air it out, baby. And he did, a 61-yard punt into the end zone on the left end of the field, and Tech will have a touchback on the punt. They'll have the ball at the 20-yard line, 13 seconds to go, down 7 with no timeouts.
Yeah,
they put a second back on the clock, 14 seconds
What
now.
a weapon. Be able to hit it that far and get that much air time when you know that the other team's coming after it to block it.
Dogs on the defensive line with Josh Horton and the linebacker Quintavious Johnson on one side, Gabe Harris on the other. Here comes pressure. We bring 5. King backpedaling. They throw a middle screen. Caught at the 15. Miss a tackle at the 20. And Jamal Haynes is going to scramble out of bounds on an angle into the Georgia sideline with 7 ticks left on the clock. And the line of scrimmage will be looks like the 28. They've spotted the ball on the near sideline, but I can't see it. Now it's at the 28 on the hash mark.
Well, Chris Cole just barely missed the tackle inbounds right around the 20 to be able to ice this game away. One more play here, most likely.
They got 8 yards on that one. 7 seconds to go. 2nd and 2. Empty set for Georgia Tech. King back in the shotgun. They snap it back. We bring 4. He throws for the far sideline, and one-on-one is caught by Georgia Tech at the Georgia 45-yard line. And they say 1 second left on the clock. They'll spot it at the 44. Isaiah Canyon at the Georgia 44-yard line.
Smart play by Isaiah Canyon. Catches that ball and immediately dives to the boundary line. Got Ellis turned around just a little bit.
28 yards on that one to the Georgia 44. 1 second left. Here we go. Last play of the game. Unless there's a penalty of some sort. 16-9. Georgia trying to hang on for the win. Tech's got past midfield, so they'll throw it towards the end zone.
Georgia.
Dogs use their last timeout with 1 second left. Three field goals by each team today, 1 touchdown. It was a 7-yard touchdown pass from Gunner to Zachariah Branch, and he did most of the work after the catch to get into the end zone from 7 yards out. And then Peyton Woodring has been perfect for the Dogs in field goal tries, as has Aiden Burr for Georgia Tech. Tech has not really threatened to score a touchdown today. And here they are on the last play of the game at the Georgia 44-yard line. The ball's on the far hash. Tech coming to the right end of the stadium.
Georgia in full Hail Mary defense. You have Jaden Riddell down on the goal line for the Dogs. KJ Bolden also in the goal line in Tech's end zone.
We got 4 across the 20 and 2 in the end zone. Haynes King drops back. He rears and throws towards the end zone. Deep ball, got to knock it down, and we do, and that's the ball game. Riddell knocked it down. Batted the pass down about 7-8 yards deep in the end zone, and the game is over. How about Jaden Riddell, the tight end, with a PBU to end the game?
Perfect Hail Mary defense right there by Riddell. Don't try to catch it, just knock it down on the ground.
Dogs win it for the 8th consecutive time in the series. They tie the winning streak all time with a 16-9 win here in Atlanta this evening. Well, it wasn't necessarily pretty, but it was effective, right?
A win is a win, baby. Just win it.
And that's what the Dogs did. 11-1 now the record as they close out the regular season with their 8th consecutive victory. Georgia Tech, with its 8th straight loss to the Bulldogs here in the series, drops to 9-3. And it's anybody's guess at this point what's ahead for both of these teams. Georgia will be headed to the playoffs, no doubt, but will they be in the SEC championship game next week? Well, that's still to be determined. But the Dogs win it here tonight in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 16-9. And before we get to our post-game coverage, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Tight end Jaden Riddell bats down the Hail Mary attempt at the end of the game. That's how the game ended, and Georgia wins it 16-9 over